Are we on the internet?
I don't know. I'm on
All right.
something, that's for sure.
So, welcome back to another session of NASA 5E in our Arcanoclism campaign. This is session 13 of the Arcanoclism. Last time out, Varen came to your breeze home with some guards from the Conclave. He was exhausted and exasperated, but glad to see you and ask for your help investigating the catacombs beneath Neverwinter. The only problem, the archives have no record of where they were exactly or how to get in. So you were asked to visit the Lean Crow in the Tower District. A dive bar akin to Stanley's, the bar itself stands as a memorial of sorts to a Kenku adventurer with some connection to the dwarf and hooded figure in the bar. After a brawl ensued and Rurik Silveraxe cleared the bar with his magic-canceling maul, you engaged in a conversation with the hooded stranger. After a large sum of coin had exchanged hands, he told you about the entrance to the catacombs in the Neverdeath graveyard. After resting for the evening, the party made their way down into the dark depths of the Undercity to find them full of skeletons, flaming skulls, and burnt-out cultists. We returned to the present, just after a battle with some shadows left several party members sapped of their strength.
Remind me, did we get told if there were any other uses for these catacombs than being catacombs?
I
I don't remember.
don't believe so. Actually, how about Nevis and Xanalor? Make a history check for me.
8.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what my history modifier was.
No worries.
13.
Okay, Nevis, you vaguely recall hearing rumors that the thieves guilds were working on trying to get smuggling routes reestablished. You don't know a lot about it, not being a part of that particular side of the city, but you remember hearing something said about the catacombs not being usable anymore.
Guys, I don't know how you feel about this, but if I recall, we were charged with trying to figure out if the catacombs were being used by the cultists, and also trying to find out any information we could for our own benefit monetarily. Thanks to the jarring effect of fighting these shadows, I seem to remember hearing rumors around Neverwinter that the catacombs that we are currently in didn't really seem like an effective way to travel beneath the city. Not saying that certain people couldn't, but
you'd have to be better at jumping than you had.
Yeah, and having misdirection as far as your homing pigeon skills.
Actually, guys, if I can bring a point of order, that last little strength sappy guy, I didn't kill him. He's just very much below us, so we might want to leave this area before we just.
That's kind of where I was headed to. I don't know how the rest of you feel about being down here, but I think we've at least provided information for part of the reason we're down here, and the other.
As this happens, I'm just inching away from the crevasse.
The other thing is that I do happen to know something about the malady that is afflicting a couple of us right now, and the only way to rid ourselves of this is to get the hell out of here and rest.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Can you come over here and say that?
Can we just peek down?
You're getting lost, Vendi, was what got us in this situation in the first place. So I suggest you just sit your ass right next to me until we get the hell out of here, and then you can do whatever you want.
I follow his.
All the garbage cans, you can wild shape and into ravenous beaver and take care of everything above ground. So
I
just
follow
the
his
hell
direction.
above ground, and then you can Vendy all you want.
Okay. I literally sit down right next to his foot.
He does the toddler thing and sits on his foot.
No. I know personal space.
Well, reviewing the notes that I have, there was a mention of a treasure down here somewhere, possibly. At least
I'd like to take a look at least down the last hallway. I think it's the last one.
You can venture all you want. Know that I will back you up if needed, but that I am not.
We'll try
I'm
to
not
avoid
feeling well right now, and we can always come back down here. There's no toll booth at the entrance exit, so we can come down here all we want.
That being said, do you need some help bandaging your wounds, Nevis?
No, I'm well up on doing all right, but I know that if I don't rid myself of this affliction, it's going to get worse.
I can say the same thing because I didn't have much of a bicep, but I'm not sure it's supposed to curl like this.
chicken wings.
He's looking like,
come on, girly arms! It's you and me. We're out of here.
looking like when Goofy makes a.
Yeah. I'm glad to see the DM's picking up what I'm putting down.
We could take a short rest in that waterlogged room. It seemed to only have one entrance and exit to it.
I prefer not.
I think the
to
problem
rest down
isn't rest. I think it's
No,
whatever those shadows did.
Mhm.
Right. There's only one way to rid myself and Vendy of this malady, and it is not to be down here.
Hey, I got it.
And it's steroids.
Nobody cares when stock gets diseased. I see how it is.
Are you diseased?
Name one in this whole campaign.
That stupid necromantic wasting disease y'all got. I got it too.
What one?
The one that
I'm
lowers
just
your
inching
strength score.
away.
Oh, the one that everyone has right now. Got it.
Oh.
So, without further ado, go to where the sunlight is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna peek my head around this corner. Are we?
Yeah, we'll go back into that initiative order. So Nevis, you're first on the initiative order. For wandering about.
All right.
Which way was back?
Zoom out and look at your
I
whole
think it's
map.
this way. I think it's that way.
It's back to the center hallway and then up the next one to our west.
Yep. Okay.
Well, if you zoom out, looks like there may be a connection to this south hallway.
Well, the thing I like about being where we've already been is we know what's there and what we've dispatched already.
And I haven't been attacked by the skeletons yet. But maybe they're not strength sappy.
Well, maybe we attracted those 3 skeletons we abandoned, though.
You know, maybe they just extract your personality because I don't have a lot of that to begin with either.
All right. Well,
all right. At the end of Nevis's movement, it's Xanalor.
I'm gonna go down this hallway. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dash.
we're doing this shit again.
I'm just poking my head around. I just want to see if there's anything interesting before we go back.
Yeah, he's just Marco Poloing.
Looks like it sort of what's that word?
Serpentines.
Switchbacks around to the right.
Okay. Who's next?
Next is Stock.
Alrighty. Split the difference. At least that way I'm kind of splitting the distance between everybody.
All right, Vendy.
I use half my movement to stand up. And following orders, I'm within 5 feet of Nevis, and that's my turn.
All right, Nevis.
I want to see if it appears to me as if Xanalor has found anything interesting I don't know if I can actually see him.
You actually can't. He's gone
No,
off into the darkness.
Right. All right, so I don't hear any sounds of, say, Xanalor dying, so I'm going to just continue that way.
Okay. All right, Xanalor.
I'm just going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to message Nevis. Maybe head towards home. This just keeps going.
And then what are you doing the rest of your movement? All right, wait. You went.
I
30.
went 30.
Okay. All right.
And then messaged.
Okay. Stock.
I'm gonna stand here and just go, son of a bitch.
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, you have, except for the torchlight, you've mostly lost sight of Nevis.
Oh, I know I've lost sight of Nevis.
And Xanalor's gone.
There's a corner there and a corner there, so I'm just gonna stand here and go, son of a bitch.
Okay. Vendi, I'm assuming that you're slinking along with Nevis.
There's more to it right now. I am going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And before I finish my movement, I'm going to use my spirit totem ability.
Okay.
And the point of the spirit totem that I'm going to put is right on my shield so that it follows me around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to choose the bear spirit this time. So if you right now, because Stock and Nevis are around with me, you guys both get 9 temporary hit points for being within 30 feet of me. If you want to mark that off. And then if you're within 30 feet of me, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Xanalor, if you get within 30 feet of me, that is the only ability that you get.
Okay.
So since my attacks are strength based,
in case somebody doubles back on us. So let me say that I put that in, and then I'm going to go 25, 30, and I'm within 5 feet of Nevis again, following directions.
Okay. All right. I did put an aura up. If you're within the bright green aura, it is green for buff.
Mm-hmm. It's green because rude.
Yeah. Sorry. There's no good buff color for the colorblind.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
All right. You know what, Jay? Here. Better?
Yeah. Wonderful.
Okay.
I love it. Thank you so much for not being an ableist DM.
just show them the thing you made for them, Corey. It'll make them happy the rest of the day.
Is it a knife to go inside my character's ribcage?
Oh, I actually didn't port those over yet.
Useless.
Well, we haven't needed them just yet. Okay. That brings us to Nevis again.
All right. Having gotten Xanalor's message, I am going to continue to just make my way at a modest pace back to where I believe the entrance might be.
Making his way up tunnel, walking fast. All right. Xanalor.
5, 10, 15. Can I see?
I need to zoom in to see. So you're still around the corner. You need to take like 5 more steps to be able to see anything other than like this area right here. Okay. Yep.
That's
so it looks
too
like
far.
it goes further and then bends off to the left.
Okay. So I went 20, so 20, 30.
But
Uh-oh.
go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
Uh-oh. Lost party member.
I don't know what it is about being underground, Xanalor, but you've not made a good roll yet.
Because he's secretly photosynthetic. That's what we find out 3 chapters from now.
He's secretly a druid.
All right. So anything you want to do with the rest of your movement and possible action?
Walk back confusedly and then dash. 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. Stock. You see Xanilor again. He's come from back around the corner.
Would I, though, with the way turns work? We're all doing this at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll say that you have, just because you need that information to actually like do anything.
Well,
And that was
we're,
something that you were like waiting to like try to keep an eye on him, kind of thing. It is happening relatively simultaneously, but there is sort of I don't want to say a pecking order because it's not the right word, but like you guys are all sort of waiting for something.
Well, just for the logical argument of simultaneous pecking orders, we'll just say that I ran down there, saw him coming back around the corner, and ran back up to where I was at.
Okay, so you basically used your action to dash.
Yep, I pretty much went down there and then came back.
All right. I just ran all the way there and back.
Yep.
Want to see me do it again? All right, Vendi.
All right, so with 9 turns left to go of my buff, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And feel really, really sad because Nevis is a little bit faster than me.
All right. I put that marker on you, Jay. You remember how to do that? Like you click on the color and then you hit the
And
number.
then you just put a number on it.
Yeah.
I've been keeping it on my scratch pad, but if you want me to do that on there, I can do that instead.
I think that'd be cool. That's information that we could all use. All right. Nevis.
All right. If it's still apparent that I hear no sounds of battle, woe, or encroachment, I'm just going to continue on.
Okay. Are you still moving at your normal speed, or are you using dash?
I don't want to. I don't want to dash away because I don't want to exacerbate the
Splitting of the party.
problem that I cannot see Stock or Xanilor. I'm only just basically paying attention to the fact that I don't hear battle sounds to convince myself that they're still okay.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Xanilor.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I had an idea back there, but I'm not sure what it was.
All right. Stock.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I slap Xanilor as I'm walking past. 10,
But
15,
it's
20,
very,
25,
very
30.
kindly on the ass. Like, what's up, teammate?
It lingers just a hair too long on the left butt cheek.
Vendi.
All right. Nope, that's moving the map, not my character. 5. Come on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I realized I just took a more straightforward path than Nevis, and that's how I caught back up to him.
All right,
And that
Nevis.
puts me down at 8.
Yep, I actually already did it while you were.
Oh, okay. That's why I couldn't move.
All right, so just outside of the ring of bright light, I can see that Stock has rejoined the group.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, not hearing any sounds of distress from any other party members. I'm going to continue on. And I think that's 30. I don't know. I'm having a really hard time seeing the grid inside all the lighted areas, but
Okay.
I think that's close.
Yeah, that was 30. Also, too, if you click on your token and use the arrow keys, every time you click the arrow key, it will move it 5 feet.
Okay, good to know.
All right, Xanilor.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
Stock.
Let us continue the forward progression. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Vendi.
All right. I'm going to catch back up. And suggest, all right, hey, I saw Xanilor right behind us, so maybe we can double time, because I don't know how much longer I can keep my bear up.
Okay, I was going to say that I'm trying to still move stealthily, but with that in mind, and the fact that we do need to get out of here, I do double time my efforts then.
Okay, so you're now dashing.
Yes, I believe we can probably do that.
Okay.
60.
Okay, Xanalor.
15. 25, 30.
Stock. Unless Xanalor had an act. No, that was he dashed.
I just slipped.
Forward.
Vendi.
Okay. Let me move this down to the appropriate amount of turns left. 6. All right. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. That brings us back up to the Nevis.
All right. For some reason, it didn't mark down. There we go.
Still dashing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, thank you very much. But I know otherwise. I know better.
He's on camera today too.
He is. Yeah, I actually have everybody. This is not very common. I like it. Xanalor.
Just wait until somebody in your apartment
20,
building gets on the internet.
30, 40,
Not allowed.
50, 60.
I'm gonna turn off the Wi-Fi. Stock.
30. Wow, that angle really helped. 15, 20, 25, 30.
Vendi.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
All right, Nevis.
And that puts me down at 5 for that.
Very happy that Stock has taken the lead. I feel a little more fortified. Going to continue my movement. Okay.
Okay. At the end of your turn, why doesn't everybody make a perception check for me?
Because I'm going to roll poorly. Oh no, I rolled great.
Adjusted 20.
Okay.
23.
Nice.
A very sad 11.
All right.
20.
20. Okay. Nevis, you're not sure which direction it has come from. You guys in the back, you get the feeling that it has come from the direction you're heading towards. Nevis, you just hear you hear the sounds of the skeleton sort of animating. And Stock, you are up.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, knowing skeletons seem to be over there and animating, I'm gonna 5, 10, and motion to Nevis to go this way. 30, and go there.
Okay.
Because we're trying to avoid a fight, so I figured it made the most sense to go away from it.
Yes. Did I skip Xanalor? I did.
Yeah.
All right. Vendi.
So you want to know the best part about having the same move speed as Nevis and being right next to him? Is I know exactly how far 60 feet.
Okay.
Shoot.
So I need to go there. All right. So a group of 3 skeletons come around the corner. That's as far as they move. You see them as they come around the corner and they see you guys. They come to a stop and they all draw out their swords, and they just stand there. Nevis, it's your turn.
Well, crap.
We're probably faster than them.
Can I assume that I saw the signal from Stock to go that way?
Yeah, he basically tapped you on the shoulder and then went that way.
Okay. I shake my head no vehemently at him. That's not the way we need to go out. But I also look over my shoulder and see 3 skeletons standing ready to attack. I like Xanalor's idea. I think we're faster.
Okay.
We're definitely more intelligent.
Eh.
I'm going to motion to Stock that, like, we need to go the other way. He doesn't know that. I know that he might not know that I know that's not the way to go to leave, or at least that we haven't been down that way. But
Okay.
I'm definitely going to try to motion him to, against all common sense, go at the skeleton.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Actually, Stock, I need you to make a perception check that would have happened at the end of your turn.
Okay, that is some number because I have to switch tabs. 22.
22. Okay. You feel a breeze coming from the wall to your left.
Okay.
Punch it.
punch the wall.
Hard,
All right.
hard.
Okay. So, what were you doing with your action on your turn that you just finished, Nevis?
I'm going to try to dash past the skeletons and see what happens.
Okay. So you're gonna go this way.
Yes.
Okay.
Try to get to that spot right there. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. I mean, they're not going to be able to stop you no matter what happens, but this skeleton at the bottom does take a swing at you as you run past, and that's going to be a adjusted 20 to hit you.
Sure.
For 6 piercing damage.
All right.
Okay, so Xanalor, it is your turn. You can't see them yet. Well, you can see one of the skeletons and a partial of another one, and you saw Nevis like run off around the corner.
Okay.
And you believe you saw Stock go off to the I guess it would be the left, the direction that you guys are headed.
I can't do the thing I was hoping I could do.
What's that? Pretend to be dead again?
I could still do that.
Stab.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm just going to try to run past to 30 and just like tap him on the head as I run past.
Okay. With the path that you took, you're actually going to incite 2 attacks of opportunity.
Cool.
Didn't one already use its reaction?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It did. So the other one
He's going to have to do the thing.
Okay.
I forget what it was called. Wisdom saving throw if he makes an attack on me.
Okay, and that's because he's undead, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The wisdom saving throw is 12.
He fails.
He fails. Okay.
Target somebody else or it fails.
It's gonna fail.
Oh, he can attack his other friend. He's a skeleton. He doesn't have brains.
Stock, you are up.
Okay. So, seeing Nevis at 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right there.
Mhm.
As a free action, could I shout out that I think there's a secret exit up here? Or would that
Yes.
cost my action?
Keep it under 10 words.
Okay. So that would
I
be.
think there's a secret exit there.
Yep.
Did you just count syllables? I couldn't tell with the video delay in your fingers.
I really wanted to count syllables in secret.
Yeah. So, yeah, that works.
Okay.
I think there's a secret exit over here, and then I'm gonna take a swing at that one. With
And you get
okay.
advantage.
Yep. Yep. That
Yep.
is maths because I have to keep changing tabs. 23 to hit.
That will hit.
All right.
Bears are awesome.
That is a total of math is not my friend. 11 to hit.
What was the damage on
Or
the
11.
first hit?
11 damage.
11 damage. Okay.
Yep. And for Shiggles, I'm gonna burn my second wind to gain some hit points.
Okay. You don't have extra attack yet, right?
Not yet. I think
Not
I
yet.
get that at next level.
Okay.
So I
All right.
gain 12 hit points.
Vendi, you're up.
All right. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my bag and I'm going to grab all of my marbles. And I'm going to roll them on the ground at the skeletons to see if I can, like, essentially just use them as a Scooby-Doo-esque tripping hazard.
Okay.
Is there any check I need to do to see how well I've placed them?
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and make a ranged attack?
Okay, with or without proficiency?
Without.
Okay, so it's just this plus 3. I'm going to use my inspiration on that.
Okay.
Much better. That's a 18.
18. Okay. How many?
Literally
marbles?
all of them.
Which is how many? Do we know?
You just basically says like you have enough where you never have to ask to have marbles again.
So
Okay.
1,000 bag of
so-
ball bearings.
Okay.
So
yeah.
we,
I mean,
we had an
it's-
indeterminate amount.
yeah. Essentially, so it's going to be like probably a couple hundred marbles.
Sure.
But you
I'm
will
just gonna
have to.
remove all of them.
Yeah, you will have to buy more marbles or ball bearings or something of that nature before you can use your sling again.
Totally fine.
Okay.
So and then because that's I'm assuming that's object interaction, so I can't dash.
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct. Yeah, that would be an action to do.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And that marks down to 3 now.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me? The DC for you guys getting through is going to be much lower, but like the marbles are mostly in that square, but there are going to be some just outside of it as well.
13 plus 3, 16.
Okay. Yep. You pass.
Mhm.
All right. Nevis.
All right. Do I have to roll to find out if I heard Stock, or can I just assume that?
No, you heard him.
Okay. Hearing him say something about secret passageway, something to that effect, and also hearing him engage in battle, I want to stop.
Okay.
And against my will to want to get out of here and heal myself, I'm not going to leave Stock to fight by himself either.
Okay.
So I'm going to go and do like a cartoony pull up on your heels and sparks flying everywhere, stop. And I'm going to go back to here. And I want to engage the Blessing of the Forge on my mace.
I believe you had that already.
Okay, I wasn't sure. It's been a couple weeks.
Right. Yeah. I think you used that last time. So it's still active. It lasts for the day. So
It lasts, till I cancel it or a long rest. So
yeah.
All right, I'm going to try to melee the skeleton that I approached.
Okay.
Damn, that jumped out of the bowl. That is a 22 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
Four plus. Okay, so apparently my damage modifier is gone because of my
Mhm.
strength,
Hmm.
but it does give me 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, and you still get your +1 because of the Blessing of the Forge.
Yes,
Okay.
that's I got that in there already.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, I think I'm all right with what's going on so far.
Okay. All right. Why don't you go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me? Make sure you can keep your footing on the few loose marbles there are.
Oh, son of a bitch. That's a 1.
Okay. All right. So
my inspiration to reroll.
you could.
Okay. Oh my lord, a 2.
So what does that equal with your
Where's 4.
4? Okay. Yeah. So the momentum of your swing, you hit the skeleton, but your front foot slips a bit. You don't fall completely down, but you will be considered prone for this until your next turn.
Okay.
Shit.
Whoops.
Unintended. Fuck.
I mean, don't feel too bad. It's really just a matter of like the DC was incredibly low, but my dad unfortunately rolled really poorly both times. All right, Xanalor, you're up.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast the guy in the front.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 will hit.
This guy. 13 force damage.
Okay. And good thing that you said force damage. I was just about to ask that. So because it's force damage, he's going to roll a dexterity saving throw to see if he stays on his feet. But he rolled really high. Sorry. Yeah, he's going to stay on his feet that time.
Okay.
But Stock, that brings us to you, unless you had anything else you wanted to do, Xanalor.
No, I'm staying right here.
Okay. I want to move right there if possible.
Mhm.
Would it be in the realm of reason to be able to shove this guy into this guy?
You
'Cause
want to
they-
shove that guy into that guy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If I need to step closer, I have no problem doing that either.
Well, you've got your like intrinsic reach.
Yeah, I
to
just
the
figured if it made more sense for you, I have no problem stepping another forward.
No, I think you're okay. Go ahead and you're gonna make a. Crap! I forgot how the push thing works.
I think they're contested strength.
Strength.
I think so. I wasn't sure if it was the same as grapple or if your push just needed to be as good as his AC. Let me double check.
I think it's contested athletics checks,
Okay.
but however you want to roll, I think either way makes thematic sense.
Okay, so you want to knock it. You can either knock it prone or push it away from you.
Well, what I'm trying to do, long story short, is shove the first guy into the second guy to knock the second guy prone and throw the first guy off balance on the marbles, hopefully knocking him prone also.
Okay. All right. So yeah, make an athletics check, and they're going to make an athletics or acrobatics check against you.
Would that be with advantage because I am in the bear totem?
So it is a
strength?
strength thing.
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay. So athletics. It's me a 12.
Okay. Yes, you do. You are able to push him. You're going to shove him 5 feet. I'm going to roll dexterity saving throws for the two of them. Okay, they both pass. So he's going to kind of bounce off in that direction.
Okay, then that being
Or
said,
actually, they would go more like that. Yeah.
okay, then I will definitely be. I want to go. That's 10. That's 15. Yeah, I want to be right there to help cover Nevis.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So with that, Rashad, it's your turn.
All right. So if that's the case, and I'm cursing myself out because I totally thought marbles will do more, but it turns out if you don't have foot muscles, they don't hurt as much. So I'm going to go right there, and I'm going to use my action to cast resistance on Nevis, so
Okay.
that any bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing damage is halved if he
Okay.
takes it.
All right.
And I'm going to make another dot there because that lasts for a minute.
Okay.
And okay, there we go. So that's how many rounds that will break, as long as it doesn't break my concentration.
Okay.
And then as
Actually, why don't you go ahead and put a 0 on that one? Because it is 10, it'll be 9 at the
Yeah.
start of your next turn.
okay, I can do that once
Okay.
I set that up appropriately.
Yes. Was there anything else that you wanted to do?
With my bonus action, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna cast Shillelagh on Log as well.
Okay.
Just
All right.
to prepare in case we do have to knock down, drag out, fight these guys.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. So the skeletons are up next. This one is going to step there and is going to make a dexterity saving throw to make sure it doesn't fall down getting there. It fails this time. So this one is now prone and is not going to be able to make an attack. This one is going to try to make an attack on Stock. And then this one is going to try to continue its assault on Nevis. So Stock against you. That's going to be a 12 to hit, which I don't believe will.
Correct.
Nevis against you, it has advantage, but you have resistance, so the damage will be halved. It rolled. I got a natural 20. So
Fuck you.
that's
I'm
going
sorry,
to
Nevis.
be 10 piercing damage, halved to 5. If it makes you feel any better, Vendi, the 20 was on the dice that I usually roll first anyway.
It doesn't really.
All right, Nevis, you are up.
All right. Has the one to my north received any damage?
That one has, yes.
Okay. For my action, or for my free action, I guess I would like to get up from being prone.
Okay, so that's actually part of your movement action, so that'll take half of your movement speed.
Okay. And then I would like to cast Toll the Dead
Okay,
on the one to my north.
got it. Wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw of 15.
All right, that is a 10. That is a fail. Roll that
Alright.
d12.
Hello, 12D, where are you? There you are. That is a 9. Do I get to add anything to that? I don't remember.
There is not, however, luckily a 9 was sufficient.
Okay.
So you cast Toll the Dead, you guys hear dong, and the one skeleton in front of Nevis just like falls apart.
Oh man, he got all of my marbles.
Okay, Xanalor, you're up.
I guess I'm gonna step over here. Am I in the wall? I can't see.
No, you're
Okay.
You're okay.
So I'm gonna step over there and then Eldritch Blast this dude.
Eldritch Blast. All right, go ahead. It's Amy Travis Willingham.
18 to hit.
That'll hit.
11 force damage.
All right. So he's gonna get dead, but he's also gonna get pushed that way.
And also scattered in the marbles.
Partially, mostly not in marbles, but some in marbles. All right, Stock.
All right, I'm going after prone.
All right, you've got advantage.
And advantage, and another advantage. That is Maths 24.
That will hit, yeah.
All right. That is going to be 5 slashing damage, and I want to swing around with the back end as a bonus action.
Okay.
Modifier for that is going to be 19.
Hits.
Oh, wrong dice. I
Oh,
need
it's 4, right?
I need a pointy one. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is 6 bludgeoning.
Okay. All right, Vendi.
Let's see here. I go out to pull out my slingshot, and I reach for my marbles. It's like, shit. And put that back. I really don't want to get up into the marbles there, so anything that I want to do?
Throw the slingshot.
No, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I'm just gonna keep concentration on Nevis's ability.
On resistance, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Vendi, at the end of your turn, you notice coming down the hall, another group of skeletons seems to have heard the ruckus.
Guys, we definitely need to go because yeah, we're about to be fucked.
Actually, yeah, Vendi, at this time, you're the only one who can see them, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Nevis, you're up.
All right, I'm going to try to make a melee attack to the one in front of Stock,
Okay.
and that is going to be a 13, I think.
That'll just barely hit.
Yeah, 13 to hit for 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right. Xanilor.
Okay. He's not dead yet. Can I Eldritch Blast through Stock?
Not through a wall, you can't.
All right, because I'm sort of there. I'm gonna go 5, 10,
There you go.
and stand over. Whoa, God! Stand over his dead body, and then Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Wait, whose dead body are you saying? Oh, okay.
The skeleton.
Yeah.
18 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and 12 force damage.
Okay. That one gets blown out that way. All right, so all the skeletons are down. There's a few more coming down the hall. Xanilor, you see them now as you were coming around the corner. You saw some more ambling down the hallway. Stock, you're up if there's nothing else you want to do with your turn, Xanilor.
Yep, I'm just standing there right now.
Okay.
Skeletons are dead. Nevis is alive. Haven't heard anything from the other two, so I'm going to go look for my secret exit.
Okay.
You just heard from
15,
me.
20, 25, 30.
Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the dash action.
All right.
And go there.
All right. Vendi.
All right. My bear aura ends, so nobody gets advantage on strength checks anymore.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my concentration on resistance in case Nevis gets in trouble again.
Okay.
Just an interpretation on the rules here. I want to make sure we talk about it. The bear spirit offers temporary hit points.
Mhm.
Do those temporary hit points last after the bear spirit's ends? Because it doesn't say that it goes away at the end, but it doesn't say that they stay. It just says you get them.
I would think that you get them until they're gone.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure that we had that specifically talked about before we just decided. I'm going to hold my movement, and I'm going to be moving lockstep with Nevis.
Okay. All right, Nevis, you're up.
All right, since he's standing right next to me, I would assume that I've heard Vendi's shout that there are more coming, and seeing Stock bolt for this secret passage that he's aware of, I am going to dash to where he is.
Okay. One more time, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
That is a nat 20.
Nat 20. You actually like ride out on the marbles. You take some with you and you're cruising.
Oh, am I like Big World on the waves of dominoes? I could do that.
I'll give you an extra 5 feet of movement for that badassery.
So essentially, what we got out of this is you just invented Heelys.
Yeah,
60, and so that's my 60, and then I just want to sit there and do like a curly woo 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 for like 4 feet of effort.
All right.
And then with my held movement, that'll put me. Oh, that moved the map this time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
All right, go ahead, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
How about you stay on the table, dude? That's a 12.
Okay, you're good. All right.
And this one comes through. I'm just like awkwardly like trying to not fall over a finish line.
Xanalor, you're up.
I am going to take a step this way and then just keep an eye on both groups.
You're not going to fire an Eldritch Blast down the hall at him? Okay, that's fine. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Well, if I attack him, then he will attack me for sure. 8.
All right, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Stock.
I would like to take a quick glance over it and see if there's any noticeable place to like push and open.
Okay. All right, go ahead, make another perception check for me.
Okay. That's a 6.
Okay. You do notice there is like an indentation where there could be like you notice like some scratches on the floor where it looks like the door was previously pushed inwards or something in the wall there. You can notice like now that you're looking like the kind of cracks, especially with the torchlight from Nevis helping now instead of just the dark vision.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go figure the door out. I'm gonna go help cover Xanalor and move 15 this way, or 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So Xanalor isn't completely up shit's creek if something happens.
I'm safe among these people.
All right.
He's
right,
basically dead already.
He does have that weird dead thing going on.
Okay. Vendi.
Okay. I have no idea that there's the secret door there, so I'm gonna hold position. I'm gonna hold my movement to just once again go lockstep with Nevis, and I need to mark down my concentration. There we go.
Okay. You don't want to make a perception check or anything like that?
I don't. It would not have occurred to me to do it.
Okay.
Because I mean, especially with everything that Vendi's preoccupied with right now, especially with the prime directive of Nevis wants to get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm just my first and only priority is I need Nevis to get out of here so I can get out of here.
Okay. All right. So with that, these guys get there, and that's it for them. Nevis, you're up.
All right. Would I have noticed by now the entrance or the doorway that Stock had found?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
An 11.
11. Okay. So yes, you do notice the with the bright torch lights. You notice that there is like a sort of a line in the rock face. You see like some scratches. You feel the breeze. You also notice that there is like a small wire sticking out that's anchored on the rock outside of the door. That looks like it may be part of a trap.
Great. Oh,
So like, in order to illustrate this better, like if you're looking at a door and the door is closed, there is like essentially like a nail on the door frame, and you see a wire from the nail of the door frame going behind the door that's closed, and you know that the door opens inwards. So like opening the door, it looked like would snap that wire.
I don't think I have any proficiency at all at disarming traps. So I want to, knowing that Vendy's right next to me, I want to get his attention and point this possible trap out to him and ask him if he has, this might be dangerous, but if he has any ideas as to what to do about this.
Okay. All right. Xanalor, you're up.
One more step this way. And just
Okay.
still doing that.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me. This one's gonna be just a little bit harder.
It's gonna be better. It has to be. I see 2 digits. 15.
Okay. Yeah, you're all right. Anything else?
Hands out, ready, an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. What's the trigger?
That's a good question. And necessary. What? One of them actually like swinging at me. That doesn't
Okay.
make sense, even though, whatever, it's fine.
All right. Stock.
All right. I'll go 5, 10 right there.
Okay.
And seeing Xanalor ready,
Mhm.
I'm gonna ready an attack also for if I see him attack.
All right. So your attack trigger is Xanalor attacking.
Yes, because he has that weird undead fetish thing going on that I'm gonna
All right.
hopefully play off of.
That's totally what it is.
Okay. All right. So Vendy, you notice as Nevis is pointing at it, you notice the wire coming out from the rock face being anchored into another part of the rock face.
So what
I
I
guess not
want
really
to
the rock
see,
face, but it's like a wall of bones. Yeah.
what I want to see specifically about this trap
Uh-huh.
is what would it take to trigger it? Is like, is it any sort of change in the pressure of the wire, or can we carefully pull the wire and see if we can disable the trap? Like, I don't want to do anything. I'm just trying to make like a quick look to say it's like, oh, this is how the trap would work.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Whatever this roll is, +2. 18.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you notice that it looks like it could probably. You're not sure what is on the other side, but it could probably go either way. But it's more likely that the tension that is on the cable currently, the door being opened, would snap it, and that appears to be the trigger that's like most obvious, at least.
So I'm getting the idea that this is kind of like a claymore, where if I can slowly release the tension as opposed to quickly snap the wire, it won't go off.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. I just kind of sit there, like I'm not quite sure what to make of this, Nephis. Secret or not, we don't know what's going on. I'd rather, like, do you think it's just smarter to go the exit we know? And that will be my turn. But in the meantime, no, I take that back. That's not going to be the end of my turn. Let me just mark that down. I'm going to change my concentration spell, and if we're going to, because I'm assuming that Nevis's dexterity might be better than mine, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability and give him Cat's Grace. so that he
Okay.
has advantage on all dexterity checks.
Okay.
And let me reset my concentration meter.
All right. Sounds good. With that, the skeletons are going to move there. And this one is going to... Jeez, come on. There we go. Going to move there like that. And they are going to stop for just a minute.
Yay.
Because it's time to go potty for the DM.
I mean, we're getting there, but we're gonna keep going. Nevis, you're up.
Okay. Hearing Vendi express the sentiment that maybe we should leave the trap alone and head for the exit we know, versus the spell that he gave me advantage on. If I understand what he's trying to tell me, what he's ascertained from the type of trap, I'm going to attempt to slowly bend the nail over and release the pressure on the wire.
Okay.
Is that possible?
Yeah. So you want to like kind of bend the mooring to put slack in the cord, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and since you're doing it carefully and it is small work, I will let you make a dexterity check using your smithing tools to bend the mooring.
You get advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Does he get proficiency because it's Smitty tools?
Yes.
Well, I think I had an advantage already, but are there any modifiers on this other than the advantage?
Your proficiency modifier. And your dexterity modifier, obviously.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So that's 19 then.
Okay. Yeah, you notice that the cable, you're able to get, it's not a ton of slack on it, just because the mooring isn't like, stuck really far out from the wall. But you get the feeling that there's a little bit of play in the door now, where you might be able to maybe try to get a better sense of what the trap might be.
All right. Is there any further disarming I can attempt, or is that my action?
I would permit you like another swing of your hammer if you were to decide that you wanted to snap the cable. But other than that, not really.
No,
Okay.
I just want to leave it slackened right now.
Okay. All right. Xanalor.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Mirror Image,
Okay.
so there'll be 3 extras of me, but then
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand there.
Okay. All right. Stock. You're up.
Alrighty. I'm gonna hold an attack action again.
You're still holding an attack action for Xanalor attacking?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Vendi, you're up.
All right. I'm going to start off by saying, until I say otherwise, I'm going to hold my movement every turn in case Nevis moves, and I'm going to stay lockstep with him as best I can.
Okay.
Secondarily, I'd like to see if I can peer in and discern more of the trap, since we got a little bit more play in it.
Okay. So you would need to step forward
Okay.
in order to interact with the door.
So I guess there's one turn where I can't hold my movement.
Right. Yeah. So you could go ahead. Why don't you make I want you to make a stealth check to gently open the door.
Okay, it's whatever I roll plus 3. 6.
Okay. So you start to push open the door. You can just barely see inside, and you're pushing to see just a little bit better, and all of a sudden the wire snaps.
Fuck me.
And you
dude.
hear, and the door swings just a little bit quicker. And let's see.
And there's a claymore, and we're all dead.
No. All right. Does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
It does not. So you hear a thump, and on the wall behind you in this direction here, there is a crossbow bolt stuck out of the wall. And now that the door is open, you see that there was a crossbow rigged to the wire, and when the cable snapped, it released the tension on the mechanism that fired the bolt.
Whew. What's the point of a shield if it doesn't block anything? Well, if that's the case, I'm going to go through the door.
All right. So with your with the short period of time and your dark vision, you can see. So I'll reveal the room here. You can see that the room is full of goodies.
This isn't an exit at all.
Like there's gold, there's gems, there's stuff. With that, the skeletons.
Hold up, not done yet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, is this door hide? Like, can we close this door behind us?
Yes, and it would go back to having the false appearance that it had before of being the rock.
I'm just gonna shout out as loud as I possibly can. But I'm not gonna do it because you guys would hear it as loud as I possibly can.
Stage shout, got it.
I'm gonna say it's like, hey, this isn't an exit, but at least we can hide here for a while. And I'm just gonna come 15, 20, 25 and just hide out in the corner.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the skeletons. This one is going to step there. It's going to try to, and it's going to fall down.
Yay.
My
plan is sort of working.
And that one's going to move there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to move there, and it's going to see if it doesn't fall down. That one does not fall down.
Okay.
So they're kind of starting to surround what this thing that they're investigating right now. Nevis, you're up.
All right. Surprised as I am over the treasure trove that we have discovered, and realizing that it is not a way out, I am going to move into position to help Stock and Xanalor. Right there.
Okay. Now you can see that there are 4 more skeletons. You're previously actually unaware of them.
Even though it probably doesn't look to me as if they're attacking Xanalor. They are definitely surrounding him and what appears to be 4 Xanalor right now.
Yeah, Xanalor's figure is just kind of like humming.
So, aside from that little bit of prize right there, I do want to attempt to cast Sacred Flame against the one that is prone right now.
Okay. Is that a ranged attack?
It is a dex save. Yeah, dex save of 15.
Dex save. Okay. Let's say, because if it's a ranged attack, then it's actually with disadvantage, but that just changes everything. I just need to look at something real quick. All right, it doesn't say anything about. Okay, so it's gonna be a straight roll or straight normal dexterity. Oh boy, that's a fail though.
All right. Oh, and that's not a very good damage roll, but he does take 2 radiant damage.
Okay. All right. Okay. That brings us to Xanalor.
I am going to take out my daggers.
Okay.
And just ready an attack with Green Flame Blade
Okay.
if they actually hit me.
Okay. So the trigger, if an attack would hit you, you will.
Green flame blade, the one who hit me.
Okay. All right. Stock.
All right, seeing that this is starting, I am going after the one immediately in front of me, to the left.
Okay. Yep.
So, and I will burn a fighting spirit to gain advantage on it,
Okay.
but not the temp hit points because I have 9 of those. So,
Wait. What?
oh wait,
I
they
don't.
reset, don't they?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think you get to choose.
Then I'll burn my inspiration to do that instead.
Okay.
So that makes sense. So it still works out then. Maths, numbers. That is a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
I need a D10. So that is 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
And swing with the back end.
All right.
That is a total of 10.
10, and that's
No,
bludgeoning damage, or 10 to
That's-
hit, right?
it's a 12. I can't do math right now.
Oh, okay.
12.
12 just barely misses.
Okay.
All right. Vendi.
All right. So I totally expected people to follow me in here, but they're not.
I'm surrounded by skeletons.
Yeah. So 5,
There's a
10,
fight.
15, 20, 25, and I'm going to look to see what's happening. I notice that there's a battle. The one thing I want to know is which one of my 3 friends looks like they've sustained the most damage. Not withered the most damage.
Well,
So
let's see here.
don't tell me numbers, but if you
No.
like, just if
Who
on
looks bloody?
my 3 friends, which one of you feels like you're the worst off right now?
Nevis looks to be the most beat up.
Okay, so if that's the case, I'm not going to do this.
Keep in mind, I still have the temporary hit points that he gave me from before.
Yes.
Yeah,
This
even
is
with that.
this is a different thing.
I'm
What's
feeling
going to
pretty
happen is I'm going to drop concentration on Cat's Grace, and I'm going to use my last 2nd level spell slot to cast Healing Spirit.
Okay.
Now, Healing Spirit allows me to take a 5-foot cube I can see within 60 feet,
Okay.
and it allows everyone else will see it as a transparent beast, and the beast I'm choosing is literally your dog bear.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is JD's rowdy.
Yeah. If you start your turn there, or if you walk through that space, on your turn, you get 1d6 hit points of healing.
Okay.
And the spot that I'm going to choose is right there.
Okay.
Okay. And that's a concentration spell, so I get to keep that going.
All right.
And once again, I just says like, I should have kept a couple of things to shoot. And that's my turn.
Okie dokie.
Still screaming though. Fall back, fall back.
We're gonna put that right there. That's the doggo.
Okay.
It is a G-boat, the greatest bear of all time. Okay. The skeletons are up. This one's going to use his movement to stand. All right. And then this one is going to make an attempt to step this way without falling over. It does. Xanalor, this one here actually is going to try to make it out of there. It does. So it's just it's going to go there. Okay, so Xanalor is going to be 2 attacks against you. We'll start with the one at the top first.
Do they have to see if they're smart enough to hit me first?
Yes, it does. That's a 6. It's a 15. Oops.
DC 15.
DC 15. All right, so it does still get to swing at you. That's going to be probably not a hit though against your mage armor. It's a 7.
Correct.
The second one, going to make an attempt. He's not going to hit you though. And then there's going to be an attack against Stock. That's going to be there's a 6 to hit, so that's going to miss. And then against Nevis, that is an 8, so that's going to miss also. So that brings us up to Nevis.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to burn my last second level spell slot and engage spiritual weapon.
Okay. Let me grab your hammer from up above there. I think that's it. Yep.
Oh, okay. And I want to have it placed right there.
Okay.
And attack the one to the left of it.
All right.
Oh, God. I don't think a 9's going to hit.
A 9 will not hit, unfortunately. All right.
And then for my main action, I would like to try to melee the skeleton in front of me.
Okay.
God bless it. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 will not hit.
Shit.
All right. Xanalor, you're up.
Do I know what language these speak, or if they speak a language?
You do not know that, no.
Okay. I'll just do the same thing. I'm going to ready Green Flame Blade if they actually hit me.
Okay. Stock.
Well, I'm not going to leave Nevis out to dry. So I'm going to go after the one by Nevis. Somehow I managed to get this thing wedged in a corner. So that is 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. Maths. I need my math rocks, damn it. That is a total of 10 slashing.
Okay.
And I will swing around. Yeah, he's within 10 feet, so blunt end.
The same one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is not going to hit.
All right.
I
was hoping to make it to the end of this battle, but I need to take a break, guys. So I will we'll take 5 and we'll be back and finish this up, all right?
Damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, and then for everybody wondering, the Packers are beating the Seahawks 7-0.
Shame. Foosball. You think they're going to make it, Jay?
No. I am never confident with the Packers playing Seattle. Never. I hope we win, but I'm preparing for ourselves to not win.
Fair enough.
Although I'd love for it to be more than just an NFC West showdown for the championship.
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm. I would rather it be an NFC North, but Minnesota lost, so way to go.
Shame.
Now here's a fun question. Green Bay finished 3rd in points against in the NFC North. So, not relatively great in the NFC North. Which defense do you think allowed more points, Seattle or Green Bay?
Seattle.
You're right, actually. Seattle gave up 85 more points throughout the season.
Damn. That's a little crazy.
Mm-hmm. No one ever associated Green Bay with having a decent defense when you look at points against.
Mm-hmm.
And only points against. That's not completely a sign of a good defense.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, by the way, Mike, have you seen the Unearthed Arcana for Path of the Wild Soul for Barbarian subclasses?
No, I have not.
Look it up on D&D Beyond. It's a very interesting sub. It's like if you mixed wild magic sorcery with a fighter.
Really?
Yeah, or a melee class.
That's interesting. I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah, so one of the characters in the new Adventure Zone arc is that subclass. And it piqued my interest, and I looked at it. I was like, this is outrageously awesome. So I tried making for the level 20 events that Corey's going to do with our Tyranny of Dragons character, making a Cavalier style fighter with a dip in that subclass.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks very exciting.
Have to take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Corey and his bladder. How dare he?
All right, guys. I'm really sorry about that. I'm just waiting for Xanalor.
Seems like it.
Figures first things that happen, I sit down and a fucking cashew tries to kill me.
Yep. Perfect.
All right.
All right. So, Bendy, it's your turn, actually.
No, we ended my turn.
We ended on Stock's turn.
Oh, with the healing, the healing spirit. Okay. Did anybody get a chance to step into the healing?
No.
All right. Then I'm going to make it a little bit more obvious, and I'm just going to put it directly on top of Nevis.
Okay.
Using my bonus. Yeah. I think it's a bonus action. Yeah, bonus action. I can move it up to 30 feet in a space I can see.
Okay.
And since it happens and he enters it, he gets 1d6 points of healing right now.
All right.
And then another 1d6 when he starts his turn.
Sweet.
Yep.
Who makes
so
the roll for that?
You just roll a d6 and add it to your HP.
I just wanted to know who. So it's me. Okay.
Yeah, it's you.
I would think it would be you, Vendy, since you're the one who spells doing the healing.
Okay.
That's what.
Well, if that's the case, I hope I roll a 6.
He doesn't want
I
to be
rolled a 3.
responsible.
Yep. Hold concentration, and if I haven't said fall back enough, I'm going to say it some more to make sure I've said it enough. And that's my turn.
All right. Vendy is shouting, fall back. Nevis, it is your turn. And you get, Vendy, go and roll another d6 for the healing actually, sorry. At the end of Vendy's turn, it's the skeletons. Okay. So the two skeletons next to Xanalor are going to try to figure out if they can attack Xanalor. The answer is no for both of them. The one in front of Stock going to roll a 10. The one in front of Nevis is going to roll an adjusted 20. And that's going to be, let me see what the modifier is there. All right, it's going to be a total of 6 piercing damage. And now it's Nevis's turn and the healing from.
Do I roll again for that, or does Nevis do it now?
No, still you. It's your
Roll a
spell.
6. Roll a 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. 1.
All right.
Oh, shit. That didn't work out.
Well
All
done.
right.
So we're not. Are we through your temporary hit points yet, Nevis?
No, I have 3 left.
Okay. So actually, all the healing you've been getting has been just straight healing, while your temporary hit points are the ones getting the hit. All right.
Well then, okay, yeah, that changes things then. Because I didn't think about it that way. How did that work? All right, so spiritual weapon first. Try to make a melee attack against that same skeleton.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Got what? That's 8. That's 8 force damage against that skeleton.
Okay.
And then for my main action, still trying to melee the one in front of me.
Mhm.
That is a 16 to hit
Okay. That will hit.
for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning damage. So bludgeoning damage. I forgot about this before. Bludgeoning damage seems like it does more to them, and you kill him. Bludgeon him back into non-existence. All right. Any movement on your turn?
Yeah, I want to move here to aid stock, hopefully staying out of the marbles.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say at this point that, especially in that area, they've been kicked around enough where it's not as risky anymore. Not that it was very risky to begin with. Xanilor.
I'm gonna try to move this way
Okay.
to there.
So the marbles are difficult terrain, so you'll have to back up. Is that your full 30?
That was 20.
That was 20. Okay, so
It's like I was here, so 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
That's half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, difficult terrain just takes 5 extra feet of movement to move those 5 feet, so it's 10 feet. Where were you standing? You were right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 10 feet to get out, and then normal after that.
Okay.
So that would.
So I'm there.
Okay.
This is good. Yep. Anything happen? Is that cool?
Yeah, they're gonna try to make opportunity attacks.
Oh,
They're
sure.
gonna try to see if they have the ability to do so. Neither of them do.
Okay. Dang it, there's a wall there. I'm not gonna see these walls. So I'm gonna come back there.
Mhm.
Can I see this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast that one.
Okay.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
14 force damage.
All right, Nevis and Stock, you guys get sprayed with bones.
Just for coloring in some details, what percentage of that pool of marbles is now a pool of bones?
We're getting pretty close to 50%.
Who wants to play some Darren Ball in Dungeons and Dragons, guys? I feel like we got the makings of it right now. Femurs and marbles.
Femurs and marbles. All right. Stock, you're up.
Mm-hmm. So, seeing as I am now magically aware of bludgeoning damage doing more damage, I would like to take a step forward, switch to my magic stick, and bludgeon the closest one with my magic stick.
Okay.
Which I need a number.
Also, I can't be 100% at fault for this because you guys did discover this last time you fought skeletons too.
That was 2 weeks ago. The first one's going to miss, so I'm going to try and bludgeon him with the back end.
Okay.
Yeah, but skeletons are scary.
Natural 20 on the back end.
All right.
Which means...
All this Persona music.
So, total of 26, which is D4 plus 4. So that is... total of 10.
That's with the crit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 3, so it became a 6 plus 4.
It's actually just enough with the extra damage from the bludgeoning.
Magic stick!
All right. Vendy.
Okay, let's see here. Considering with all the armor that Stock has, I really have no idea if he's wounded or not. So I'm going to be safe. I'm going to drop my healing spirit. Bear's going to go straight over to Stock. And if he has hit points that he's lost, he's gained one of them back. Look, Bear is way better at making you feel better than actually making you better.
Well, it's because Bear, he's a great dog, but he lacks focus. All right. With that, the skeletons are up.
Skeletons?
Skeleton is up. He's going to go this way. And probably fall down in the process. Yeah, he actually falls down like first fucking step.
I have no idea why all these marbles were so great, but not immediately. This is the definition of a slow burn.
He's prone right there. Nevis, you're up.
All right. Try to hit him with spiritual weapon. Is that at disadvantage because he's prone?
No, it's with advantage because he's prone.
Oh, that's right. Ranged attacks are. All right, that is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit. I never saw it coming. They never seen it coming.
And that is, I believe, going to be 10 force damage.
Such a big turn from our usual high fantasy music. Love it.
Yes, 10 force damage.
All right. Action. Stride confidently into the marbles.
Let's go cantrip.
Okay.
Take a flame.
All right. That's a dex saving throw, right?
Yep.
Nope.
Nope, it didn't work, or nope, he didn't.
It did not. It did not succeed on his saving throw.
Oh, I only rolled a 1.
Damn.
1 radiant.
All right. Xanalor, you're up. Please hit this thing.
What if I don't wanna?
What are you gonna do? Question him?
Who sent you?
What is your favorite color?
He just turns his head to the side like a dog, trying to figure out where the sound came from.
I think I hit him 25 Eldritch Blast to hit.
It is with disadvantage because it's a ranged attack.
Oh, because he's down. Okay, well, the second one is not quite as good. 12.
12 just barely misses. All right. Stock, please hit this thing.
Magic stick.
All right, with advantage. Advantageous magic stick.
17.
17 will hit. Also, advantageous magic stick is going to be the name of my folk band.
Very nice. Wait, it's a D10. Why I keep rolling freaking the 8.
I can't help that you're dumb.
I know, right?
Mhm.
So that will be, if I can stay on the right tab, 5 bludgeoning.
He did.
Seeing it did. Retreat.
Oh,
5,
also
10,
Jay, roll the
15,
roll
20,
the
25,
healing doggo.
30.
3.
3 doggo heals to you, Stock.
3 bear cuddles.
Oh shoot! I should be at 7. There must have been a turn I forgot to keep track of concentration.
3
'Cause I've
bear
done this 4
cuddles.
times.
All right. Vendi, it is your turn.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to step this way and make sure that we don't lose the door frame, but allowing allies to get through.
Okay.
And since that skeleton's no longer alive, I was going to try something, but can't really do that. Let me see if there's a straight line here, because that's going to determine entirely what I do.
Did Uvender get the killing blow on any of these?
No.
Okay.
So based off the straight line, I should just be able to make out part of Xanalor. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, you can. You have a pretty good idea of where he's at.
One of my shifty images.
Yeah. So then I'm going to drop Bear. Once again, losing focus is going to drop right onto Xanalor, and we'll see.
Do I have to roll for the mirror image?
No.
Okay.
No, it's I know which hat you're wearing, because in the mirror image you're just wearing different hats.
Okay.
Also, you guys are all in the same square.
Mhm.
And
And you
it's a
gain
square
3
basically.
health.
Cool.
Yeah. Because once again, I don't know if you're actually damaged, but I'm not going to make.
I am a little from the time that I got really slowly stabbed.
Yeah.
Stab. All right.
And that's my turn.
It's the slow blade that penetrates the shield.
It is. It is. Okay. Nevis, you are up.
All right, since curiosity is getting the best of me, I'm going to go over and see what Vendi only has laid eyes upon so far.
Okay.
Mhm. It's a room we can hide in. There's other stuff there, but
And it's always great to just
My
yell
turn,
out.
and I want
places to hide.
I want to make sure that the spiritual weapon stays intact for whatever is left of its remaining rounds.
Okay.
I believe it had 3, so it should have, 7 more?
I think so.
that's how math works.
And if that's the case, if I can still control it, then I want to move it over here by us.
Okay.
And I return.
All right. Xanalor. J roll.
5, 10,
2.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Bear
60.
makes a terrible surgeon.
Yes. You actually can't occupy that space anymore.
Ugh.
There you go. Okay. Stop. Stock already moved.
What is that, by the way?
What is what? This thing?
Oh, it's a spiritual weapon.
It is spiritual.
It just had a dot on it.
Okay. Yes, that dot denotes the number of rounds.
I have retreated into the room.
Okay. Is that what you guys are all doing on your next turn? Oof.
Yes.
Yes.
And shutting the door and piling my fat ass in front of it so it can't be pushed open easily.
And I drop concentration on G-Boat.
And hopefully not suffocating.
I should get a bear token to put in there.
You should.
Mhm.
Make one. Do it now.
I will.
That's. I'm just gonna let you know. Every time I cast Healing Spirit, G-Boat is who I'm making it.
Okay. I will get a G-Bow token going.
And I'm going to go, ooh, Vendor, why didn't you tell us this wasn't an exit?
I'll move so your spiritual weapon can go there.
You can stay out here.
He can stay outside.
Yeah.
Pile my
Look,
fat ass
it's-
right there.
It's at least going to be a place where we can hide from the undead.
And rest.
Okay. So now that you guys are all in here, with the light of Nevis's torch, Go ahead and everyone make an investigation check.
Ooh, I rolled
7.
a number.
I found 7 pieces of gold.
13.
There's hundreds there, but I found 7 of them.
Ooh, piece of
10.
candy. 14.
Okay. So you guys kind of each find some things. You guys all wind up sweeping back over the areas where the other ones looked because honestly, all of you rolled poorly. But
Yeah,
you
don't
guys
be rude
find
about it or nothing.
I rolled above average.
you guys find 1,200 gold pieces, 10 imperfectly cut gemstones, a cloak, and 2 potions.
So 10 gemstones, imperfect cut,
Cloak.
1,200 gold.
And what was the other thing?
Cloak,
cloak?
and 2 potions.
2 potions.
Right.
What kind of cloak are we talking? Like, I mean, what color is it? What material is it?
Full length, mantle.
It is a forest green, well-crafted woolen coat.
Ooh.
Not coat, sorry, cloak.
Yeah.
Cloak.
Cloak.
It's a Chlorota.
You guys rolled poorly on the searching. I rolled poorly on mouth.
I, based off of what I assume the seasons of my attire would be, can I have that cloak?
First, I would like to cast Identify on it.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, Nevis, you identify this to be a cloak of elven kind.
I think I've had one of those before.
Somebody has. Let me pull up that information.
It was not me.
It might have been.
I just want.
I think it was
because
JD.
it matched my eyes.
I feel like it might have been.
Or I wanted one for somebody.
It was. Why am I blanking on Aaron's character's name from Tyranny? Crispin. Crispin had one.
Yeah.
So.
Crispin the Road.
I remember this.
Anyway, so this while you wear this cloak with its hood up, perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on stealth checks made to hide, as the cloak's color shifts to camouflage you. Pulling the hood up or down requires an action.
That, first off, that would make skeletons so much harder to see me.
First off, the only one who knows this is Nevis.
It's Nevis.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I just imagine that Vendy's there eye fucking it because it's forest green.
Specifically, also it'd make his swivel turns a lot more majestic.
Pivot.
As far as identifying the potions, you would need to cast Identify at least
further.
once more.
I
It
don't
looks
think
like
I'm
the
ready to
potions
do
are
that
the
right
same.
now, but
Okay. Do you guys have any potions on you?
Yes.
What do you have?
I don't
Heals.
know.
I have a potion of water.
Greater healing and 2 regular healing.
I have no. I have no.
No. Hold up. I have a potion of goat's milk.
That's turned by now.
Okay, I have a poison of goat's milk.
A poison of goat's milk.
Xanor, you don't have any potions?
No
Stock.
one gave me any.
All right,
Without
you get
knowing
2 lesser
exactly-
healings.
Stock without knowing exactly what the contents of the bottle are. The 2 bottles that you guys found look very similar to the potion of greater healing you possess.
All right.
Is someone opening a potion?
Yeah. This is with my Foley work.
Nice.
Potion of alcohol.
Till we get those actually identified, I vote for not making assumptions. So,
Wuss.
but on the bright
Right.
side,
just because I know what the cloak does doesn't mean that it is my right to assign it. But whoever does get it, I will be more than happy to reveal the information that I know.
I mean,
Right now, it's just a green cloak to all of us except for you.
It matches my wardrobe.
It would not fit with mine, so I don't need it.
That doesn't look good.
I think it clashed with my armor.
It might actually help cover up the smell because I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't bathed since we left Neverwinter, and you know, Vendy doesn't use deodorant.
You mean this morning?
Yeah.
You guys are just underneath Neverwinter.
All right. Since in order to cast it, I needed to touch it. It is in my hands, and I kind of gesture to everyone else. Xanalor, Stock, they don't seem interested, so I hand it to Vendy.
Yes. And I put it on immediately. I have no idea what it is. I'm just like, yeah, this is pretty awesome.
I added 2 potions of greater healing to my shit, just as tracking, and I'm putting a question mark next to them.
Okay. Nevis did say that he would explain what he knew when he handed it to somebody. So,
but that's after I'm already wearing it.
So you're wearing the trapped cloak of Elvenkind. It is now eating your head. All right.
It's been a good life, guys. I died handsomely.
But yeah, so you guys are in this room. A slight breeze appears to be coming from like a crack in the ceiling. Fresh air appears to be coming in through a fault somewhere. You don't see light to accompany it, but that explains why the air rushed under the door when you guys were in the hallway. And yeah, you guys have the door closed with Stock's large form sat in front of it.
Well, I suppose we can take a short rest and regain some hit points if everyone needs them. Other than that, I don't see any reason to dwell here.
I'm just a little exhausted on abilities. How about we start at a short rest, and if we feel up to fortify for a little while longer, as long as we can.
What about with your condition? Is that something rest?
I don't know. It's definitely not going to improve, but I don't feel that it's going to get worse. I just know that it's not going to go away until we can actually take a long rest and sleep it off. And that might take more than one. I'm not sure.
I feel about 107%, so I'm good.
We can go if you want. If people want to stay, then we'll stay. If people want to go, we'll go.
I feel like right now it'd be in our best interest to try to fortify this area as best we can, because at least there's only one way people can come in and find us.
And there's only one way we can get out.
I want to try to reset that trap.
Okay, go ahead and make. Do you have any crossbow bolts?
Yes, because I have a crossbow that I never use.
Okay. Go ahead and make a.
I can at least load the crossbow. I don't know about tying the other thing together.
Right. Make an intelligence check.
I think I've lost oxygen. It was a 7.
Yeah, you're having a hard time figuring out like exactly how the wire was like tied in order to make it so that the wire being pulled by the door opening triggered the mechanism.
I have an idea. I'm just going to load the crossbow and sit on it.
Here's my idea. Let's just get the HE double hockey sticks out of here.
I can take the guarding positions. I'm in the best, quality to do that. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's only a short rest. I think if you're blocking the door, we don't really need to set guard, but it's not like we're going to be sleeping or anything.
Yeah. Well, with getting out of here,
Unless you
with
wanted
the
to.
temp hit points, I am literally at 107%.
I mean, I feel more comfortable following your plan, Nevis. That being said, if we decide to fortify here for the next little while, I feel like that's possible and probably second most preferable plan compared to yours.
I'd like to look around and see if there's any way we can create an egress from where the wind or the air is coming from.
Make an investigation check.
15.
All right. Give me just a sec.
And 300 gold each. That was nice. Nice hefty coin purse. Because I am 275 pounds of dead weight against that door right now.
All right. So with your investigation check, Nevis, so you look, you're trying to kind of figure out if there's a way that this crack can be utilized to create a opening to the outside. As you're like looking through it, you see that however the crack was formed, it appears to have been a large sort of seismic activity similar to probably whatever made those chasms that you guys discovered in the other area. The fact that you can't see light yet indicates to you that the crack may not be big enough, or it just you may be too deep underground to blast your way out.
Okay. Then, guys, I think without a better way to get the hell out of here, let's get the hell out of here.
Alright, we want to try and be stealthy or just haul ass?
I say haul ass.
I say haul ass too.
Alright, haul ass it is.
All right, so Nevis, you're up first.
$60.
All right, Xanalor. Stock.
Alright, so 55. And I'll step right there to cover the hall.
All right, Bendy.
15, 20, 25, 30. And I look on the ground. How many of my marbles are still there?
I mean, they're all still
Okay.
there. They're just scattered all over hell.
Awesome.
And mixed in
All right.
bones.
That's my movement.
Okay. Nevis, you're back up.
Do I notice Vendi trying to scavenge for marbles on the floor?
Are you trying to scavenge for marbles on the floor, Bendy?
I was going to just pick up a handful, like literally
Okay.
7 to 8 marbles.
Bendy's lost his marbles.
No, I knew they were at. They're just all over the place.
I mean, you see him like preparing to like grab a handful. He's like opening his bag and rolling it over his hand, and he's just getting ready to scoop on the ground as he's walking.
All right, then instead of dashing for my main action, I also want to scoop up a handful and then just use my movement to continue out.
Okay.
Oops. I think that's 30. Okay.
All right, Xanalor.
I'm going to kick a few of the marbles back at Fendi. Oh, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50, 60.
Stock.
I'm going to hold right there just because I'm in the best shape to cover our ass if anything comes
Okay.
up behind us.
All right, Vendi. You pick up on your way through. You pick up. Let's see here. You pick up 8 marbles and 3 bone fragments.
3 finger bones.
I just
Toe
look at the
bones.
finger bones. And I can't shoot this. I just throw it over my shoulder.
Okay.
So I already moved 5. Here's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't like being on top of that skeleton, so I'll dash another 5, 10, 15, 20.
All right. Nevis.
This time I'm going to dash. Right there.
Okay. All right, Zenilor. Stock.
All right. So. There's 60.
All right. Vendi.
Okay. Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'll dash 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't like that. 25.
Okay. All right. Nevis, you are up again. Got 2 rounds left on the spiritual weapon.
Still dashing. There you go.
All right, Zenilor.
30.
Stock.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Vendi. Vendi.
Vendi.
Let's see here.
He's back.
I'm in last place, and I don't like that. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to dash since I know where I'm at now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right, Nevis.
Alrighty.
Zenilor.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
All right, go ahead and measure for me. Stock.
My good old tried and true son of a bitch.
I don't know what that is.
50, 55, 60. I'll go right there to help cover Xanolor's ass again.
All right. Vendi.
I, knowing exactly how exhausted I am, I'm not interested in going any pathways I haven't gone down before. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
He can see the exit.
Mhm.
All right, Nevis, you're up.
Bye, spiritual weapon. Hope you find your dad.
Xanalor.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I see down this way?
Go ahead and measure like straight up 60 feet for me.
Straight up. That's as far as I can go on my screen without moving.
Okay, you're fine. And
I'm just going to sigh and then dash back. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
all right. All right. Is anybody wanting to do anything else other than leave at this point?
I want to grab Xanalor and start dragging him by the scruff of his neck.
Okay.
I'm exactly 60 feet away, so I'm just gonna like dash straight and jump straight into the. But since I have a strength score of 6 right now, I go about maybe 3 inches.
It's just that cartoon awkward slow slide down the ladder.
Mhm.
I hate this table.
All right. So you guys make your way out of the catacombs, the Undercity, so to speak.
How the fuck did we fuck?
Fuck yeah.
I don't even know how to answer that question.
It certainly illustrates the diversity of the word.
There we go.
So just as a reference, you guys are in this area, generally speaking. All right.
We're
So
out
you
of the
guys come out-
catacombs and the spooky music shows up. That's not ominous.
It's been spooky music the entire time.
I don't know. Persona 5 ain't that spooky.
That was battle music.
Breeze home. Breeze home.
Yep.
Breeze home.
Nap time.
Hold up, before we go, we definitely want to come back here, correct?
Absolutely. I'm surprised you said that.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm going to start off with I hate being here, and I hate everything about this job. But I feel obligated to finish it. Now, that being said, if we see another Dementor, I'm just turning tail right now. So you guys can be prepared for that. I'm not dealing with another one of those.
Tomorrow's another day.
Well, stop running places you don't belong.
Okay, in my defense, I legitimately thought I was going the right.
Did you remember jumping over that on the way in?
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
You shifted into an elephant? What?
As you guys come out from the Undercity, it's roughly supper time in the above ground world. So it's still daylight.
That being said, do we really need to go all the way back to the Breeze home? Can we not rent a place? I mean, I'm willing to pay. I don't need all this.
Have you not smelled yourself recently?
I think it's
Irrelevant.
It's only a little. I have no idea how much travel, but I mean, we did the trip to the graveyard in relative ease.
Yeah.
So I think we can make
Yeah, I
it
mean,
back.
the Breeze home is basically somewhere over here.
I think Breeze Home makes the most sense and saves us the most
Okay.
coin. It's in town. It's, a little walk, but no big deal.
All right, I go to Breeze Home, raid whatever stores are there for meal, and then
Because of how
eat, shower, and everyone else hit the hay.
because of how creeped out I am to be here to begin with, I will wild shape into a sparrow and just fly straight to the Breeze home.
Okay. All right. So you guys make your way to the Breeze home. Once again, sitting outside, File Redfoot is waiting for you guys outside the Breeze home. He sees you guys walking up. He says, "Hello again, sirs. I'm File Redfoot. Master Varen has requested that when you are able to come see him at the Mages College. This is at your what did he say?
I'm just gonna palm his face and move him out of the way right now.
Earliest convenience.
Now I have to ask him what he said.
It was Rudius Benivis. It's a spell.
Yep, just palm his face and just.
Rudius Benitus.
Yeah. I don't know what it does, but it sounds like magic.
It's clearly Zetus Lapidus.
Do you think he's trying to hex us?
Relay the message that we will be there shortly after first light tomorrow.
Yeah, of course, sir. Thank you. Thank you. He kind of does a few bows as he backs up and gives a especially deep one to Stock, and then
Wait. We're going there straight away. I don't feel like we did a very good job of what he asked us to do.
This might be something different.
We didn't get it all. We got most. I'm fine with that right now.
We can go talk to him and then go back in the afternoon.
Yes.
Okay.
Always re-enter.
All right. So you guys enter the breeze home. You guys, you doff your armors, if that is what you do. Obviously, Stock is not one to doff his armors, but
My cloak stays on the entire time.
You take your baths. You tend your wounds. You eat. You guys notice that after about an hour of this quote unquote short rest time, your strength feels as though it's returning.
Incrementally?
No. Like you feel yourself like feeling more and more like yourself as this like first hour or so of just relaxing and taking care of yourself transpires.
Okay, so by game mechanics, what does this mean?
If you were to put it into game terms, one could say that a short or long rest relieves the symptoms that you were feeling.
So we're back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Your strength scores are back to what they should be.
Cool.
Luckily, the one I lost had no bearing on me.
If only the same could be said for Rashad and Nevis.
I didn't have a lot of strength, Pete.
All right. So you guys are also then taking a long rest once a sufficient time has passed for you to have finished a day.
Hell yeah, I'm almost out of everything.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so you guys rest in the evening. Xanalor, during your journaling, you you see a message in your thing, and I'm gonna type that out while you guys break your fast.
I just remembered roll a natural 1 at one point for my glaive, so that is down by 1.
Yes, yep, you did do that last time around.
Yeah. Totally forgot about that. Luckily, I was looking at shit. So I'll just bring it up to Nevis of when you feel up to it. It doesn't have to be now because I still got room, but would like you to take a look at the glaive when you get a chance.
Yeah, I definitely put that on the top of the priority list.
All right, so long rest completed. Yes?
Yes, long rest completed. I'm very excited, Scott, to talk to you about this later. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta grab a Kleenex.
So, before we depart or go to bed for the evening, I want to grab Xanalor and be like, what the fuck was that with the skeletons? They're undead. You're supposed to kill them, not try and make friends with them.
I thought I could draw them away from the rest of you. I was told they wouldn't hurt me.
There was no drawing. You stood there.
What? I tried to guide it down the hole.
More interesting to me, Xanalors, who told you?
It's less important.
No. I feel like this one's pretty important because I don't know. Like, if someone told me, hey, guess what? Skeletons are kind of chill when you're around. I'm going to take that with quite a bit of skepticism. Who was this and why did you believe them?
Who told you? Where are they? Because we need to give them a proper thumping for putting that idea in your head.
It's we all have abilities that come from different places. And this is just the source of my power.
Being told
okay,
you can't
so guys, when I tried to withhold information, I was about to get murdered.
You had lied to me before.
As much as true as that is.
This is first. 3 strikes and you're out. Speaking of which, chicken boy, we have more training to do.
Given this situation and their interrogation, Xanalor, I just have one question, and that does this pertain strictly to skeletons, or do you believe it happens with all undead?
I believe anything that has died.
Okay, that's my only question. So next time we encounter these, I can expect you to do the same.
Or at least put myself more in harm's way to draw their attention away from you.
Okay, good to know.
And then Vendi, what are you doing running at crevasses?
We already talked about this. I honestly thought it was the way back.
Were you more afraid of the dark or the undead?
Or being molested by a ghostly skeletal hand?
Or
I
the
don't
walls made out of
understand
bones.
why I can't be afraid of all of them.
That was meant for comfort.
He was accosted in a dark place by a ghostly skeletal hand, and you could tell he was already terrified. This was a great plan.
What's so
Look,
terrifying about this?
Here's
And
the
I
deal.
made
The Mentor's Kiss, didn't enjoy that.
And you guys see
I
as
just
Xanalor's
love
mage
that
hand
we-
shows up next to him, and it is just this like pale, ghostly hand. It's like slowly
fuck?
like.
Just like all the implications and possibilities that the word accosted brings out.
It flips over and beckons.
No. Here's the deal. We're not gonna make this appear around me ever again in this home.
Maybe you
If
can
I
just
wake
have
up and it's just there, like try to like this, I will murder my own eyes. I don't want to see that ever again.
I think you just have to get more familiar.
It's like
No.
fingers in the dark, furling and unfurling. Like, hey, come here.
First off, great community reference. Second off, I don't have to get used to anything. I just like
If you don't want to keep running into crevasses and getting attacked by shadows.
you're right. I don't. So
Get used to this.
all right. Here's the deal. Lesson learned. I won't jump into phantom pits anymore. Okay.
That's the name of my punk band.
Well, on this ridiculousness, I'm gonna go to bed. That is my calling it for the night for obtaining that long rest.
Yeah. Before Xandler goes to bed, I do pull him aside. It's like, look, all right. You asked me to be real with you. Okay. Now I'm asking you the same question again, and I'm asking you to be real with me. Okay. Because I think it's a little messed up that we have an expectation of uneven amounts of trust.
That's one perspective.
Pagan always.
Nevis says from his flagon.
I'm hip to these lawyer types.
I'm in written correspondence with a higher power.
The exasperation.
I mean, this is 100% my character. Like me,
No, yeah.
Jay understands why he's doing this,
Mm-hmm.
but it just goes like, look, man, one of these days, you're gonna have to decide: do you trust me or not? Okay. Like if it's something that's unsavory, well, guess what? That's my life right now. Okay. But one of these days, if something from your past comes back and bites me in the ass, look, man, you better hope that I live long enough to yell at you for it. And I just walk away.
All right. Nevis, do you have anything to tack on from what Zanalor stated and Rashad also said?
Well, I was to understand that aside from my comment that Vershad and Zanalor were pulled aside for that. So,
Oh, was that
no.
the case? If it was the case, I apologize. I missed
pulled
that.
aside. Yeah, I pulled him aside for it, but I did speak pretty loudly. So I would imagine Nevis has at least he knows what I said.
I'm fine with it. I really got all my questions about the situation out of the way. I was straightforward with Zanalor, and I feel that's all I need to find out right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll jump cut through the long rest. So you guys have obtained a long rest. It's you guys make your breakfasts in the mornings, and you prepare to head over to the Mages College. Are all of you going? I know Vershad, you've actually only been there like maybe once before. You usually find other things to do.
Yeah, it's been a while since I checked in on Charlie.
Okay.
I'll just tell the party to pass along the message that, hey, like, just remind them that Dementors exist in the crevasses. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine. As long as we have the majority, we can go talk to, oh shit, I can't remember his name.
Varen?
Varen. Yeah, we can go talk to Varen, the three of us.
Oh, we did find the symbol, a scrap of paper that looks like it's part of something, and I think the other thing was a map. I think
there was a piece of parchment with some unintelligible writing and an amulet that went with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we know where you guys are going.
Patch.
We know where Rashad is going, so we'll go ahead and we will cut over to the Mages College. So you guys arrive via ferry once again to the Mages College. As you walk up the steps, you do see a few more. The students there seem to be walking in groups more. You see less individuals rushing back and forth. Everyone seems to be a little bit calmer, perhaps forcibly, and that could be because you guys also see another handful in various places on your way in and through the lobby. Those conclave battle mages. None of them look like the ones that were with Varen before. You guys, you go in. Someone asks you, what you need. You guys state that you're there to see Varen, so they take you to the headmaster's office. Just outside the office is posted a detachment of those conclave battle mages. You guys are allowed entry into the office. The page who brought you in leads you guys in. You guys look the once pristine professional office of the headmaster's quarters is now in a state of complete disarray. There are books, scrolls, maps, and all other forms of parchment strewn about the office. Half-eaten food and notes clutter the desk. Laying on top of a pile of said notes, books, and parchment is a sleeping and disheveled-looking Varen. As you guys are led into the room by the page, he nervously clears his throat, and you guys see Varen startle awake, and he like jumps up, and one of the piles of books falls over. He kind of shakes the shock away, and you guys see a look of relief spread over his exhausted looking face. He says, by the gods, you've returned already. What have you found? Please tell me it's something. God, tell me it's something.
It's something.
Oh, I knew it.
That's the thing, all right.
Got a bit of a level of heightened security going on here, Varen. Is there a reason for that?
Oh, well, it's as I told you at the Breeze home. The Conclave of Prestidigitation has sent a detachment of their battle mages as a method to try to stay ahead of the chaos that erupted in the wake of the former headmaster's disappearance. And of course, they grant me the freedom to actually leave the college. So while their presence is in a way obtrusive, it's certainly also welcome in a way. But yes, heightened security indeed.
So this is proactive instead of reactive.
I suppose, given the situation, it's probably a bit of both. But yes.
Well, I'm simply wondering if you feel that, or have been actually been under attack from someone trying to reclaim Brew.
Oh no, nothing yet. Frustratingly, of course, the cult has been rather quiet lately. Of course, perhaps they know that we're searching for them, but since we've obtained Brew, I've no new information on their movements or whereabouts. I've been running myself ragged, burning the candle at both ends, and an end that only exists in some planes, trying to find information on what they're doing, what they may be up to, and where they are. And it's been very frustrating. So hopefully whatever you've brought me can lead us closer to that answer.
So a little calm before the storm, I take it.
I pray for all of us that you're wrong, that it is not the calm before a storm, that, well, maybe we're the storm, who knows. I'm very tired, sorry.
Well, we may have fallen a little short of our expectations, at least. I don't know if this information is going to be that pertinent to you, but we did find evidence that the catacombs beneath the city are being used. However, we encountered some extreme negative element down there, and for as much trouble as they gave us, I can't imagine that the cultists, if they're trying to use them, and they are trying to use them, are being very successful with them. But at the same time, we did not glean as much information as we wanted to.
So did you see cultists down there?
Remains.
Not alive.
We saw evidence of them.
Okay.
There was a corpse. Did we talk about that? Who has the amulet?
An amulet. Well, you were able to recover something from the remains of this cultist?
I don't know if it was from this cultist or another one.
All right, time to extort him again.
No extortion. Just
Hand over the papers that we got out of his jacket pocket deal, and the burnt emblems, and the pendant.
Okay. He looks over the paper. You see him kind of pause, looking at it. Kind of the same confused look on your faces on the faces that you guys had when you're looking over this and seeing that it's written in common but complete and utter gibberish. Like they're not even real words, but the letters are common. And then looking at the amulet, there's a look of realization on his face. He stands up from his desk. Another pile of notes falls off the other side. He begins frantically searching through the room, picking up books, looking at spines, flipping through them, tossing them off to the side, and he finds one and he looks through it. He says, do you realize what you found? You don't realize what you found. This is a cipher.
Oh shit, there's math involved.
He continues to flip through the book a little bit. He brings it back over to the table.
Explain that further.
He brings the book back over to the table, sits down, he keeps flipping through, he's looking at the amulet. He's got the amulet in his hand, the book down, he's got the amulet in his hand, the book down here, the parchment that you guys recovered in front. He's looking kind of at all three. Unfortunately, is beyond my skills. It's impossible to tell what is in this cipher. However, the fact that we have the key, as he dangles the amulet, and the note, we may have intercepted something quite valuable.
Hey, we found the Enigma machine.
I was
Awesome.
to say,
we win the war then.
what you guys have essentially done, and Varen explains this in a high fantasy sense, and I'm going to explain it to you in a sense that you guys
I think your
understand.
dad summed it up perfectly.
You guys have delivered the mechanism, the information required to crack the Enigma.
Your dad summed it up.
Yes. Says, I cannot break this cipher. It is beyond my skills. However, I do know of one individual who can help.
Is it Old Man Tinkertop?
It is not Old Man Tinkertop. He snaps, and one of the battle mages from outside comes. He says, they come over. They kind of stoop forward. He says, "Head immediately to the Raven's Tongue. Summon Caldrum Delanthen immediately." And the battle mage leaves. He says, "Your payment. I will give you. Here's 150 gold for the job. I believe that was what we agreed upon. Let me double check here. Actually, I got to pull that up. 150 gold each. Sorry. So you have 150 gold each. I will also give you. I know we agreed on 50 gold each for valuable information. This is game changing. I will give you each another 150 gold pieces."
Ooh.
300 more. We made 600 gold on a single mission.
If Caldrum and I can crack this, and we will begin working on this tirelessly as I've been searching up to this point. This may be the turning point in this war, so to speak, where we stop fighting with our eyes closed.
Enigma.
I approve this message.
Whatever else there may be down in the catacombs, I will gladly take whatever information you may also find. However, this is my priority right now. I have a tremendous amount of work to do now. If there's nothing else, please, I'd like to get back to it.
I just want to transfer. We have a message from Vendi, and he says Dementors are bad.
And
pulls out a quill
spooky.
and scribbles that on a piece of paper. Dementors. Okay.
And ghosts are spooky.
Sorry,
That's the worst part about prison.
Did you say spoopy or spooky?
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Is this creepy? And I mage hand.
It's not creepy. The mage hand, no, it's completely normal. The visage of your mage hand in particular is. I feel like if you have to ask the question, you already know the answer.
It's easier to ask forgiveness than it is permission.
Meanwhile, while I take care of Charlie, it's like, that hand is still so fucking creepy.
The hand pops out and he just gets a chill running down his spine.
Yeah. I hope Xanala realizes how creepy it is for other people. They're just patting Charlie's mane.
Well, awesome there. Hopefully we've given you something that will benefit all of us shortly here and lead us to ultimately ending whatever's happening here.
Sounds like he doesn't have anything else for us at the moment. So
Right.
Let's go kill a dragon.
Wait, there was a dragon?
Well, the Dragon Lair treasure, sure.
Mm-hmm. We could check in with them. Oh yeah, we need a mage here who can do identify. We got 2 potions. We don't know what they are.
Oh, yes, of course. If you return to the main entrance, one of the pages there can direct you to the alchemy college, and we're like a collection of colleges. We're in the administrative area right now.
So you're sending us to the pharmaceutical department. Got it.
Essentially, the alchemist should be able to help you, no problem. But yes, please. He like stands up and kind of like starts kind of motioning you guys towards the door. Yeah.
Shoot.
And so yeah, you guys. Another battle mage escorts you guys back towards the main entrance area, where another page sort of asks you, is there something else that we can do for you today?
Alchemy, bring me them.
Right this way. Are you all going or just Stock?
I'll go. Curiosity is going to want me to check out other aspects of things of such nature.
Okay. So the areas of the college you've been in so far, namely being the main entryway and the administrative section, they've been fairly brightly lit, very heavily populated by those folded pieces of parchment flying through the air, bearing messages, as well as those motes of light that kind of dance about and seem to travel places. You're not really sure what it is they are or what they do. As you guys go through the College of Alchemy, those notes become less frequent, and it's a little bit darker. The notes of the scents in the air change from just the smell of a large stone building with people in it to you're getting sort of smells of herbs and sulfurous scents every once in a while, wafts from a room that you're in. You see as you're walking down the hallway like a poof and like a flash of light, and some smoke comes pouring out of a room, and like 4 students come like pouring out into the hallway just like covered in soot and coughing.
Is one of
You
them
guys-
Irish?
Sure. Are you making a Seamus reference?
With no eyebrows, yeah.
One of them also shouts in a tone that makes you think that he's experiencing some sort of shell shock, that they're experimenting with some very unstable herbs.
Are they 21 herbs and spices?
Actually, it's 23. They're making Dr. Pepper.
Oh, dang. I thought it was just making KFC.
But yeah, you guys are brought to a professor in the College of Alchemy, and he asks you to produce the potions. And once you've done so, you see his eyes light up and kind of. So when you saw Nevis cast this, his eyes lit up in kind of like a bluish color when he did the Identify spell. You see his more of a greenish. It kind of resembles some of the alchemical like lights and potions you've seen people using and carrying throughout the college. And he also uncorks it and sniffs it, kind of gives a waft. Because obviously everybody took chemistry. You're not supposed to just sniff the flask. You waft so as not to die. He recorks it, places it back on the table. He says, it appears you found 2 potions of greater healing.
Very nice. I already have one. Who wants one?
I believe I have a couple yet.
Xanilor, you need one?
Probably.
Yeah, I have 3 of them.
Also, too, I mean, you might want to. I mean, obviously, not all members of the party are present, so I don't know what Borax's situation is with his inventory.
Well, I did give Xanilor the 2 regular potions.
Okay.
So I'll give him one of the greater ones, and we'll leave the other one for Uvender for now.
All right.
You know, guys, Uvender would really like this place. Look at all the plants and fungi. He'd feel right at home.
Well, he's the one that chose not to go, so.
Yeah, we'll have to tell him about the herbs.
The herbs.
The unstable herbs.
All right. So with that, is your guys' business at the college concluded?
I would like to see about finding an enchanter.
An enchanter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Are you guys tagging along with this as well?
Sure. I'm intrigued.
I think it's an interesting idea.
All right. So you guys again are brought back to, or so the page who brought you there is actually able to take you to the College of Enchantment. What is it that you're seeking?
I'm looking to get my glaive enchanted.
What sort of enchantment are you looking for?
The plus
This is
kind.
this is like you speaking with a member of the college.
Yep, and I'm telling him the plus kind, the kind to make it better and magical. I want to enchant a weapon.
Well, now that particular kind of magic is very rarely practiced. Most of it's dangerous work, and in order to actually do it, most people need to be of a certain mastery over it. And as far as I'm aware, all of the old masters have either gone into seclusion or have expired. Um, Finding things and finding people to do what it is you seek is becoming exceedingly rare by the day. Here at the college, I am not able to teach people that level of enchantment. I myself can only do certain kinds of enchantments on items. I sense that you have a pole of fishing with you. Things like that are much closer to my purview. I can do things slightly better, but um, to enchant a weapon to be that much more lethal, or a piece of armor to be that much more protective, and to sustain that enchantment is beyond my scope.
You're a shitty professor.
If you can't do, teach.
My colleague's crude comment aside, have you ever heard of Sibo Reese?
Sibo Reese. Wow, I have not heard that name in forever. One who more usually calls him Old Man Tinkertop. Yes. Well, I've read about he.
When he performed enchantment.
Sibo was one of the great masters. Yes. I've not heard anything of Sibo in quite some time, and most texts state that he's gone into inactivity. Whatever happened to him, I'm not sure, but if there was someone who could do something that it is that you seek, Sibo could do this in spades.
All right, message received.
I have a quest. All right, it's been decided. I'm going after the old man.
All right. So as you guys like leave the college and sort of reconvene, not at the same time because it's not how the spell works, but in very quick succession, you guys all get a message. You guys all hear in your head Varen's voice say, "Not sure if you've been staying in Neverwinter, but I will use this to send for you when I'm ready."
25 words
I had to
or
make
less?
sure it was. I had to make sure it was inside the bounds of the spell. Yeah,
Assuming this one does not go to me.
it does actually.
It goes like, I wonder what that's about.
I was hoping that you would think that. Yeah. Out of context, orders are the best orders.
Alright. Finding a Uvender and just grunting back at Varen.
Do I get a response with this spell?
Is that how sending works? I believe yes.
To which I'll respond, hey, this might be an unlisted brain. Unlisted brain. Enter the pass code to continue. Sucker.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I was just reading the spell. Yeah, so you can't answer. Yeah.
I hope that last part goes through. Just a long pause and then.
And it would, yeah.
That's what happens when the ruling is on the amount of words you use.
Oh, interesting. You can use sending to talk to very incredibly stupid creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh man!
Sailor is
Somebody said
bringing his hot takes
You
today.
put the
somebody said
ball on the
Vendy to a
tee.
healer because he needs some salve on that burn.
Hey, remember when the party wasn't all assholes to each other?
That wasn't in this
Remember when we
campaign.
didn't have fun?
Yeah. Remember when we were still trying to figure out D&D, so we couldn't do this kind of fun stuff? Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so what are you guys doing now?
Given Vendy one of the greater healing potions. And explaining
Why do
to
I need
him
this?
about the herbs.
It will make you less injured.
Less dead.
I can literally just heal myself.
Not unlimitedly.
And not if you're dead.
Yeah,
This will heal you if you're dead. This will undead you.
uh, if I'm dead, I can't take this.
Exactly, we force feed it, glass and all.
It's good for
As a point of order, wouldn't it then be more reasonable for one of you guys to carry that?
What
It's
if we're...
better to have one on everyone's body, just in case.
Do I have to tell you guys where I put it then?
We'll find it.
Glass and all. Okay, I'm good.
I'm just gonna skip over the portion where you shove glass down my throat in order to fix me, probably
was-
from having a
that's
prior
only-
piece of glass shoved down my throat.
That's how it enters your bloodstream.
That's only if Stock's the one to administer.
I'll probably
I
be
don't know,
too
depending
busy
on how much
guarding.
I irritate Nevis that particular day, he might.
This is true.
Like I don't know about you guys, but I don't recommend stealing. I haven't done it. Don't get me wrong, I haven't done it, but I don't think it's a good idea.
I vote for checking out Aldine, seeing if he's gotten any new good wares with us having a bit of coin. If not, we can go either quest for a dragon, check bounty boards, or go to Old Man Tinkertop.
So I just shared with you guys, just so you had it, the bounty posting that you guys saw about the Dragon's Lair. So it says reward, abandoned Dragon's Lair and the Mirror of Dead Men. Assistance for receiving the treasure will be 13% share to the returning party.
And we do know the mirror is closer than Tinkertop.
I'm going to
Yes.
debate that share.
Also,
Yeah, I think the
we
share
have-
is whatever we reveal that is given to them. So, yeah, I mean, we could take whatever we want off the top.
Why don't we just take whatever we want and not return the bounty?
There you go.
or once we find it, we kill them and take 100%.
Did you just suggest killing someone?
Mm-hmm. He did. He's
I'm
growing.
glad you recognize the sarcasm.
He's growing.
First off, consider for the guy who shot me with an arrow.
Hey, we're trying to get you up on up to snuff when it comes to survival.
Hey, you know what? My brother comes to town next week. Why don't you help us out and shoot me with an arrow?
Okay, seems like you'd like that. You seem to have enjoyed it.
I like the idea of going to Aldine's.
Or maybe a nicer store.
Well, I was wondering if he could help us ascertain the value of these imperfectly cut gems that we have. Also,
That too.
Hmm.
Did you seriously
Hey,
change it to
hold
say
up.
you're unemployed?
Surprised to be employed. I got a question, DM.
I probably have an answer.
Yeah, and it's not a question I really want to ask, like I necessarily want to ask. However, I'm going to see the extent of this spell. I'm going to grab one of those imperfect, with permission, of course, and I'm going to hold it in my hands. I'm going to cast Mold Earth on it and see if I can improve the cut. And the reason why I ask this is I can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear on the dirt or stone, spelling out words. The changes last for an hour. Because I have an I just go, it's like, guys, I have an idea for a bamboozle.
Let's see your bamboozle.
I cast the mold earth, see if I can improve the cut. I goes like, this won't last forever, but it'll last long enough for a sale.
So, as you cast the mold earth onto the gemstone, it appears as though whatever geological event that takes place to cause gemstones to appear as such instead of as rocks or dirt or whatever is something that you cannot manipulate with this spell.
Okay, never mind. This is too fancy of a stone.
Damn you, fancy rocks.
Apparently, there is a giant genealogical difference between stones and gemstones.
It's a gem.
Stone, gemstone. I have it written down right here on paper. What the DM originally called it, he said 10 imperfectly cut gemstones. So I figured it was worth a try. So in this case, as we rewrite it, I hold my hands in, and I just like, ta-da! And it's literally the same exact gemstone.
Some dirt falls off of it.
It's cleaner now. That's got to be worth at least a copper. Damn it, nothing happened.
All right, so you guys are heading to Aldean's first?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I will have to send at another point the next well, so basically the last time you guys went to Aldean's was like a week ago.
Yeah.
During the downtime.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been like 3 days since the downtime ended.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that last time you came to Aldean's, it had been like a little over a month since the last time you'd shopped there.
Mm-hmm.
So the stock hasn't rotated just yet, but he is able to appraise the gemstones for you guys. And so when you guys walk in, Aldean, he's there in his his nice robes and his fairly large shop, and he says, my friends, you've returned. What is it I can do for you? Nevis, always good to see you.
Same to you, sir.
Uvender?
You're the stone guy, Uvender.
Oh, yeah. Well, I only had one of them. Somebody else has the other 9.
I just handed the whole bag over to you.
Okay. Then
We
I'll
trusted
say,
you.
excuse me, but how much would you take one of these for? And I show only one of the gems.
The one you
Okay.
cleaned?
Mm-hmm. The one I cleaned.
He takes the gem from you. He kind of holds it up to the light to look at its brilliance. He looks it over to for the cut. He takes out like an eyeglass thing and holds it up to his eye, and he's
Called a
looking at the
loop.
gem. A loop, yeah, which is weird.
Not that weird.
You say it's not that weird?
I'm just being dumb.
There's something loop-like about it. Anyway, so he pulls out the loop and he's looking at the gemstone. He says, "I could give you 5 gold pieces for this."
Only 5?
Well, it's not a particularly large gemstone, and
No. I'm asking, is that a lot?
No.
I mean, this is you probably won't find a better
Blades of
offer
grass?
anywhere
No.
in the city.
Dragons? Yes.
Look, guys, I'm gonna put this out here. Maybe I shouldn't be talking to this guy about a bartering system because I have no idea.
Is there any chance it's something other than just a gemstone?
I'm not sure that I follow, my friend.
What if it's a
We need to-
dragon?
At that, I'm going to
We-
take out the additional 300 gold we got and just put it in Uvender's hands, since we haven't given that to him yet.
Why? Why are we just handing me things today?
That's your cut.
I'm just gonna take the other gemstones from and hand them to Ellie.
I literally have one bag with gold and one bag with gems. Like someone just drops this down.
Well, maybe we just hold on to the gemstones for now then.
Or we sell them,
I mean, I don't know
or
what
we
else.
plant them in the ground and water them and see what happens.
Do we? That's what I was kind of wondering actually, if we can ascertain whether or not they have other properties or whether they're really only going to get us 50 gold.
Oh, let's try and ascertain other properties. That might be actually a good idea. Just to play it safe, worst case scenario, we have the college do it and get it done for free.
It might be a fool's errand, but I don't know.
Back to the college to visit a geologist.
Okay. So you guys head back to the college on the ferry. You were just there today. You're back. Everyone looks at you like you're back. You walk in and the page goes, "You're back." He takes you to a professor who deals in those sorts of arcane gems and the use of gemstones in the arcane. He looks them over. He pulls out a loop that has like 4 loops attached to it that like flip back and forth, kind of like the machine that the optometrist uses for your eyes. It just like flips in and out, and he's like flipping. Is yeah, it's just a gemstone. Do you have others?
Hand him another one.
We're just gonna do this one at a time.
Are they all like this?
You tell us.
Well, so far they are.
2 for 2.
But why don't you just pour the bag out?
Can
I
you
won't
do
take
the
it.
last 8 at once?
Yeah, sure. Hand me the bag. He like looks in the bag. Loops. Yeah, no, those are gemstones.
Is the bag significant?
We're breaking in today.
Did someone sell you these who told you that they were more than what they are?
Yes.
Okay. Did you pay more than 50 gold for this?
Well, there's
Because if so, you may have been taken for a piss, my friend.
there's
Now you're just
traditionally
kidding.
5 of us, and we each have 10 fingers. So yes.
Is that one drunk?
It's hard to tell.
Especially since you can't see his face.
That's yes.
And his massive arms appear to act as ballast, so he probably doesn't sway very much.
I never thought of that.
Now they're going to be looking to find out when Scott gets drunk.
All right, on to the Mirror of Dead Men or what?
Also, can we change the name of this place
Could-
to something a little less foreboding?
We have
So-
a vendor, Mirror of Dead
But
Men.
can,
Yes,
can we go back to the catacombs?
we should finish those.
Damn it, there's really no good option here.
Okay, so just so you guys know, on the notice, there are 2 sort of seals or stamps. One is the stamp of the Chamber of Commerce of approving the post for posting, or the notice for posting. The second is a symbol of a local adventuring guild known as the Grey Guard, and the note is signed by a Gunter Simon.
Gunther?
This is the one for the Dragon's Lair?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm still of the impression that if they don't know that we went there, how do they know that we owe them?
Yeah, I think it's just, here's a treasure for you to take. I'm too scared.
Oh, they may have more information in locating it, so we're not wandering around a mirror of dead men with Uvender.
Maybe we have 10 uncut gemstones we can just give them. So here, this is what was in it.
That's all that was left.
Uncut.
Any of us good at deception?
Possibly. I've never tried.
Xanilor's about 50-50.
Patch over his eye.
Depends on which eye's exposed. We learned his secret. I get a +1 to deception.
I just get a +1 as well.
I'm a +7.
Whoa, there we go.
We found our con man. What about you, Vendor?
I don't lie. Well,
I think we have evidence that you've lied.
These dramatic pauses for effect.
I need to pause more.
So do we want to go and try and swindle these guys and go to the mirror at our leisure, or go now and take what we want and then let them have the rest?
I mean, here's another plan. And stop me if you've heard this one before. We murder them once we find it.
I don't think they're going with. If you do the murdering, I'm on board with that plan.
Well then, yeah, I'll murder all of them. So good.
Did we have to talk to these people at all?
I think he's lying again.
Yeah, I want to do an insight check.
Go for it,
It's
guys.
very, very obvious I'm being sarcastic. You don't even need to roll.
What if we don't know about sarcasm?
Yeah.
Then that's a character flaw that you should play more.
Yeah, has that been invented yet?
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question: Is your charisma above an 8?
Yes.
Then
I'm
you
gonna say
probably
sarcasm.
understood sarcasm before.
I'm going to say that sarcasm has been invented because
We've used it.
Humans are alive.
because it, so if the tyranny of dragons occurred in a parallel dimension to our first D&D party, and Lucian the rogue became Lucian the Deft Blade, he was very sarcastic.
Fair enough.
Actually, no. Can we play this campaign where irony doesn't exist?
I don't know if I can do that.
Doesn't exist or isn't noticed?
I don't think I'm capable.
Ironically enough, no.
See, we got to get it all now. That's what we get for having an off week. So we have Old Man Tinkertop finishing the catacombs, or Mirror of Dead Men.
For the
Well,
record,
you know, Xanilor just wants to go down there and play with dead shit again. So why would we want to do
I
that?
want to play.
I got a stick if you want to poke it. It's magical.
Xanilor, may I tell you something? It's the mirror of totally alive, happy people. There might be some people you can be friends with.
Okay, Uvender voted. Dead Men Mirror it is.
In the catacombs.
Mirror of totally alive, happy people.
Who happen to be permanently incapacitated. Got it.
We found how much gold in the catacombs,
Enough where you got 300 pieces out of it.
and that was by continuing to explore.
Well, that was trying to find an escape.
That is a good
Right.
point. So, do we beat that dead horse, or do we see if that horse still wants to shit?
What is our obsession with dead things?
They can't fight back.
This is true.
They clearly can. We just saw this yesterday.
Those were undead.
They
We
don't
made them
fight.
re-dead. Now they're the dead.
What does happen when you kill an undead thing? Is it dead or re-dead or
They disanimate.
dead?
All right, back to the college.
Look, sirs and professors and doctors and whatnot, you need to tell us what to do because we're bad at deciding for ourselves. Is that what we're going to go in to say?
All right, how about evens is catacombs, odds is dead men.
All right.
Totally alive, happy people.
We are also doing the other after.
Catacombs it is.
All right. Back we go.
All right.
All right. What about instead? Primes, catacombs, composites. No, I'm kidding.
You can bring
Okay.
Charlie with. Will that make you feel better?
No, that just endangers Charlie.
All right. So we are going back
How
down
are we
into
gonna
the
get Charlie down
catacombs.
the ladder?
He can be your emotional support ass.
But my ass is my emotional support ass.
That's your physical support. Yes.
It can do both.
All right.
Um,
Grouping back up at the entrance.
Where were we?
Bottom of the map.
Okay.
Shall we roll to start the questing again?
Yeah. Why don't we
Excuse me?
re-roll initiative?
Ooh.
All right. Let's see if I roll a natural one again.
Think I'm ready.
It's better than last time.
All right. 20 to 25.
21.
Mm.
Actually, you know what? I forgot to do this at the morning, but before we start this, can I switch out Mold Earth for Produce Flame as a cantrip?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. 15 to 20.
19.
16.
Rashad.
6.
Okay. Okie dokie. How are you guys moving? Fast,
I'm-
stealthy.
Unworried. Unconcerned.
No. Also, so I'm going to every 10 minutes cast Produce Flame into my hands.
Okay.
So that unless somebody else wants to carry a torch, I will always be a center of light.
Okay. What's the light radius on Produce Flame?
Bright light for
10.
10-foot radius, dim light for another 10 feet.
Okay.
And that way, I see everything. Except for where I'm not looking.
We could probably cancel the other one.
Okay.
Shit.
Because I would have put the torch out already.
Yeah.
Shush. Hey, get Freya out. Are we rolling? Moving forward?
Yeah. Stock, you're up first.
All right.
We were just addressing some lighting changes.
Ooh, lighting. All right. I'm assuming we don't want to be quiet.
That is not what Xanalor said, that he is moving unconcerned.
Yeah, like see, we're level 4, we're basically gods.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50,
Down
55,
here.
60. There we go.
All right. Xanalor.
55, 60.
Nevis.
$60.
All right. Rashad.
Well, this is familiar. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. So, Vendi, are you still staying lockstep with Nevis?
No, because I'm my own source of light.
Okay, Nevis, how are you altering your sort of movements so that you stay within the light of Rashad?
Well, since it's supposed to be kind of simultaneous, I just assumed that I would be staying within the radius of the dim light at least.
Okay. All right, Stock, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming we're going to the right, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Okay. Is that one?
Did I? Feel like I counted wrong. But it's not that important. Oh no, I did it. I did it.
Okay. All right, Nevis.
Neves. Oh, there he
And
goes.
Bendy.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right, Stock again.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, and peek around the corners.
Okay. There's a naked child behind you, Mike.
Yep.
Gross.
Yep. There's actually 2 back there. What do I see around the corners?
I'm working on it, damn it.
Show me your corners. Doors and corners, kid. Doors and corners. Zane just said doors and corners. Hey! Ooh.
What is that?
All right.
I don't
Let
remember
me.
how far I said I went.
Got some. Gotta pull some shit up. Because I should have done that before. Like, when you guys first said you were coming down here. But that would be foresight. Clearly, something I'm lacking. All right. So this room has been cleared of all of the dead and has become what looks to be more of like a common room. There are signs that people may have been staying here more recently. Soot
in
from
and
a
out.
recent fire marks one wall. The smell of decay and stuffiness vents through the ceiling to a point of being non-existent. The sounds of small animals and insects can be heard thanks to the recent habitation. The room contains chairs and tables, some in groups while others stand alone. Everyday items clutter the room and cubbies.
All right, I will take one more step forward to check around that other, what appears to be a corner, and hold there.
Can anybody else not hear what Mike said after I'll take one more step forward?
That's all he said.
That's the last thing he said.
Yeah, just to see around that corner, and then I'm holding there.
Okay. All right, Xanalar, you're up.
Huh, that was Zoom. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll want to investigate, but that is for now.
Okay. All right, Nevis.
Okay, I'll stop right there because I just wanted to see inside the room.
Okay.
And seeing that it looks like it houses a large group causes concern that I want to relay to the group at some point in time.
Okay. Did you have to use your dash to get in there?
Yes.
Okay. Vendi.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As I just walk into the back of Nevis, take a quick look around. It's like, the fuck is this shit? And I meet, assuming that everything here is going to try to kill us because of my fear levels, I instinctively cast resistance on Nevis.
Okay. All right. That brings us to stock.
All right. I would like to move further into the room and do some investigating, see if anything jumps out.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
All right. I'll go right there. And I am lucky I have found my feet because I got a total of 2.
Okay.
It's
you
a
see some
room.
food scraps. Some bugs.
It's a room, guys. There's bugs. I have concluded.
All right. Xanalor.
I'd like to investigate.
Okay.
11.
All right. So looking around the room, you see food scraps and things like that being feasted on by insects and the like. But you also notice there are some, there are some items that have like the symbol of the cult. Like there's like a goblet that has the symbol of the cult of Hildraith on it. Nothing like super like consequential, but it definitely appears as though cultists were here in this room using it.
Do I know how long it takes for this food to get spoiled to that extent?
Um,
That it's
it's probably been at least a couple of 10 days.
okay. I'd like to take the goblet.
Okay. All right. Nevis, you are up. He walked away. He left us. He left us.
No.
We're abandoned.
Venny, what do you want to do?
Let's see here. What I want to do is wear my best shield ever, which is Nevis. In the meantime, I'm just going to produce my flame a little bit more menacingly.
Grr.
Yeah. Like if the fire just goes from like the blue Hades to the red Hades.
Nevis, what do you want to do?
Well, I guess I want to kind of get closer to where Stock and Xanalor are while still staying in the light,
Okay.
and kind of have a soft conversation with them about. This looks like these guys haven't been here for a while. We already have given plenty of information to the college on this. Is there really a need for us to encounter more in here based upon what we might find? Or do we want to just...
I'm ready to move on to the next room.
Well, I meant here in the catacombs.
Oh.
Well,
Doesn't look like there's been much cultist activity here in a while, although this is obviously set up for a lot of activity. But at the same time, how much more do we really think we can ascertain from searching more? I mean, I'll search more if you guys want to, but
well, my concern is that it could end up being, for a real world comparison, like the tunnels on the islands in the Pacific during World War II, where people are popping out of them 40 years later thinking the war is still going on. We could have, a couple radicals hiding out down here, and, after all said and done, they could pop out 40 years later and wreak havoc on the city.
Then allow me to write a sign right now that says, "Good news, guys. The war's over. You may have won or lost. Check with your politicians to figure it out."
I mean, really, our drive to be in here is to find more treasure, and the most we'd be able to do is to like document, i.e., maps, cartography, to
Yeah, I mean, for me, the most interesting part is, does this have any other exits going into the city? Because
Well, that would be, yeah, that would be information we could figure out and give to the college, but is it really gonna stop the cultists, or is that ultimately our plan?
I
I mean,
get where you're coming from.
if we know a transportation hub for them, I think it'd be interesting for the college to know, because it helped them with their counterintelligence.
So, to try and truncate all of this, is it possible that we could take 20 on the rest of the catacombs?
What do you
I
mean
think
take
that's asking
20
a
on
lot.
the rest of it?
Essentially, if there's nothing else for us to encounter in here, saying, i.e. we cleared it out completely, would it be possible to just blow through all the information real quick and map exposure, just for argument's sake, saying we did it instead of spending the time trudging through it?
I mean, I definitely see what you're asking and why, but I feel like the answer's got to be no.
Okay, it was worth asking.
All right, well then, how about this? We split the party, and that way we get done with it 4 times faster.
Do you trust yourself alone?
Once again, do you have a hard time with sarcasm?
Oh,
I I don't know. I just don't know how much more we're gonna be able to, I don't know how much more is gonna be beneficial down here until Varen and those guys can start to decipher more of the information going around that maybe would be more useful as to what we're supposed to be doing down here. In other words, we can find a group that's been hiding down here by knowing where to go, or we can stumble upon them and also a bunch of dementors and other stuff and have bad things happen.
It seems
Or-
like we've gotten what
or
we
here's an
can from
idea.
here.
Fuck this. Let's set it all on fire, and then nobody can use it.
I'm,
I'm down for
I'm-
arson.
How does stone burn? That's what I want to know.
you might be surprised. I crack open my journal and look at the last entry from last night again, and just say, "Fine, be ready to leave."
Can I just point out how different my dad's approach to this dungeon has been, as opposed to like when you guys were at the Castle Neratar in the Mirror of Dead Men in Horde of the Dragon Queen, where he wanted to clear every single room to kill all of the things. We've departed so far from the old EXP grind Dan that now he's like, is there a reason we have to be here?
I want story, damn it.
Look, here's stuff that we've proven is here. Giant holes to the center of the earth. Ghosts that totally work the opposite of steroids. Rotten food that may jump out and try to kill you if you get.
That
Don't
doesn't.
know. Don't
Was
want
that
to find out.
sarcasm?
That one is to be determined. Yeah. Ragged Bone Men. Actually, no. Hold up. Neves, do you remember what I was talking to you about with helping me improve my not getting hit ability? Have you ever used bone before as a crafting material?
Hey, I don't like what I'm seeing.
To answer your question, no, I
Nevis.
don't believe I have.
Xanalor's
Would you
gonna
be
die.
interested in finding out?
We're gonna get
thought-
eaten by fake dead food.
I thought you were being sarcastic.
This one's not.
And we're all
Xanor.
dead.
uh,
I'm the only one paying attention to the map. We're all dead.
I want to run.
it's too late. Roll initiative.
I told you guys. Oh, it was a 19.
I'm going first.
20 to 25.
23.
All right. How about 15 to 20? 10 to 15,
12.
5 to 10.
9.
Ew.
Nevis, what did you get?
I got a fucking 3.
The way
Okay.
you said
Does
that
that
is great.
solidify my place here? Does that solidify my outlook on this position?
Well, if we can get Xanalor out, we'll retreat and we'll move on to something more profitable, it seems. How's that sound?
I just want to live. That's it.
He wants to retire.
All right, Xanalor, you're up first.
All right. I'm going to step over here, take out a dagger, and cast Booming Blade and stab at him.
Okay.
How is a 13 to hit?
A 13 will hit.
Okay. And then I roll this little guy. 6 piercing.
This is from the dagger, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if he tries to move, it's sheathed in booming energy until the start of my next turn. Willingly moves before then it takes 1d8 thunder.
Okay. So as you stab into this mass of insects, you feel like your dagger does connect with some, but like as a whole, the insects continue to swarm.
And then I'm going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You also, so you were standing right here, correct?
I was standing right in the middle.
Yeah, he was
Like
splitting.
it was one
different.
step to get to in front of him.
Okay. All right.
So I guess I need to go back one step. Right? I need to redo my movement. Okay.
There you go.
5,
That was
10,
30
15,
right where you
20, 25, 30. Okay.
Okay. Stock.
All right, then I'm gonna swat at the one next to me.
Okay.
Need a different tab. Would we say my glaive got repaired or no?
No, you guys didn't do that before heading in.
That's what I wasn't sure of, if we did it post college stuff last night or not. Okay, that is a total of 10.
10 will miss.
All right, then back end him.
Okay.
22.
That will hit.
And pointy boy. 6. Slashing.
Okay. You swing with the back end of your glaive, and you send some insects flying and splattering against the wall. It does seem as though it did something, but again, the swarm continues to move aggressively.
All right, and I danced around him and go in there.
Okie dokie. Nevis, you're up.
Oh, phew. I guess I will try to swat at the bunch in front of me with
Which
my
one?
mate. Modifier now. It's a 13 to hit.
That will hit. Which one are you swinging at? The one to the left or the right of Xanalor?
Well, I think Zenler's actually standing on a pile that used to be there. But,
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, it moved? Oh, okay. I guess it's to the west.
Okay.
And that is 7 bludgeoning.
Okay. Basically the same thing. You know, you hit it and some insects go splat, but they continue to swarm. It's you guys get the feeling that what you're doing to them isn't as effective because it's, you know, a mass of tiny creatures.
All right, so then for my movement, I want to head for the door.
Okay.
Wait, did I get skipped?
Oh,
You did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
All
thought
right.
Zenlor was the top of the order.
Yeah, but I was ahead of you.
Yeah, Vendi
In
was
this initiative.
Vendi was supposed to be before you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You are going to get hit by one of the swarms of insects. Well, actually, I don't know. Does a 18 hit you with your shield on?
Beats it, beats it.
Okay. Oh, actually, it can't. Never mind. It does not.
Okay.
Sorry. That'll make sense in a little bit. Vendi, go ahead.
All right. Finally, something in this place I'm not scared of. Bugs. I'm gonna take a log out and
Mhm.
I'm gonna hold it over my produced flame until it starts smoking a little bit, and I'm just gonna wave it around. Because as far as I know, bugs don't like smoke and will move away from it. I don't know if this is how it works in Dungeons and Dragons, but this is what Vendi's gonna do. So he's just gonna move forward a little bit and wave it around and see what happens.
Okay.
roll for catching my hair on fire.
Use that much hairspray, Zanwar.
I rolled a 16.
That's dangerous.
So I either set a lot of your hair on fire or none, depending on which direction we want to go. Maybe instead I do a percentile die and see exactly what percentage of burn off. 79% of your hair is gone.
All right. That's the end of your turn, Vendi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, we're going to go to the bottom of the round now where the insects are. One of the swarms is going to start climbing on Xanalor, and the other swarm is going to start climbing on Vendi on the side that does not have the fire.
This makes sense. Bugs like me. I smell bad.
I mean, if you could see their stat block, you would see why I think that it hasn't made the impact that you wanted it to.
Oh, no. I'm not questioning this at all.
Okay. All right. So there's gonna be an attack against Vendi and an attack against Xanalor. Against Xanalor, it is a natural 20.
Might hit.
Against Vendi, that is a 17.
Hits.
Okay. All right. Xanalor, you're going to take 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
Sorry, 12 because of the critical.
Okay.
And then also, no, sorry, that's 10 piercing damage to Vendi.
Fuck.
And the insects they're on you. They are swarming you. Xanalor, you're up.
Did the ones move and take thunder damage?
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
I got some fun that I can do.
I want to, if the dagger this out, scrape off the one me.
Okay.
Do you have to? This
Yeah,
attack?
this is just
okay.
it's essentially flavor to a melee attack.
Yep. 21.
That will hit. Yes, and you're doing the ones that are on you, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
6 piercing.
Okay. Some of them fall off.
Great. Then I'm going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. They like sort of you like with the scraping and the shaking, you shriek them off of you. All right. But they will get an opportunity attack on you since they were on you, but they miss. Okay. All right. That brings us to Stock.
Alrighty. Well, could I attack the one? Well, that one is still on Uvender, correct?
Yeah.
Then I'll go after the other one.
Okay.
And that is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
Is that okay? It didn't get stuck in the corner. I had that happen on a D20. It rolled right into the corner. I was like, well, that's dumb, and got stuck on its end. That is a total of 10.
Damage.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll back end the ones on Uvender.
Okay.
That is a total of 20.
That will hit.
And that will be 5 bludgeoning.
Okie dokie.
And retreat. 15, 20, 25, 30. Fuck this. We're going to go kill dragons.
Okay, Vendi.
So here's where things are going to get interesting, because by the rules, I can use my reaction on my turn. I am going to use my produce flame, and if I have to lose it, that's fine. But I'm going to burn off all the bugs that are currently attached to me. And I assume that would do damage to me as well, so I'm going to use absorb elements to get resistance to the fire damage I'm causing myself.
What is the... Hang on.
Absorb elements is a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a reaction can happen at any time in the round. It just, there has to be something that triggers the reaction.
So it's more just, can you do two things at once?
Considering I can use an action for the produce flame and a reaction because I'm getting fired.
I'm asking, I don't know.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
my line of logic here.
Okay.
Okay.
If I can't use the reaction, I'm still gonna do the same thing.
No, you're good with that. I'm looking for something else real quick.
Because this is also my first option or a chance to use absorb.
Right. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to find something that I...
Pay no attention to the person in the bottom right corner of my screen.
It's same thing with Mike, and stuff that goes on behind him.
Okay. Sorry, you're reminding me of something that I wanted to do before, so I'm looking those things up because of this scenario.
Okay. It turns out the fire makes them stronger, and now they're Goliath bugs.
They all turn into Goliath beetles.
Yep.
And this is where we die.
Mm-hmm. Guess what, guys? By trying to help, I killed us.
And him and the bugs burst into flame.
All right, since you are okay, since you are foregoing your personal safety to do this, to burn these bugs off of you, go ahead and... So how does...
Produce
right.
flame is just 1d8 fire damage.
Right, so go ahead and roll to hit, because you still have to do that.
Hold on a second. Let me just make sure I know what I'm adding here.
+7, it looks like.
You cast a spell, you can hurl a flame, make a ranged spell attack. Yep.
What is
Do I have to make it
on?
at disadvantage because I'm attacking myself?
I'm going to say no, because you're just
Okay.
burning stuff with the flame that's already in your hand.
Yeah. So it's adjusted 20. 13 plus 7.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna hit the bugs. You're also gonna take half of the damage, which you will then be able to use your absorb elements to do that.
Cool. So that is 5 damage to the bugs, 2 damage to me.
Okay.
There we go. And now, is that bug still attached to me?
I mean, it's not going to move with you if you move, but like, yes, they're still on you.
Okay. Well, I don't care. I'm moving. I'm going to take any opportunity to, like it goes with, over here. And since I use my action to attack, I can't hand off that fire to Nevis just yet. So
Okay.
I went 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, and that's my turn.
Okay. Also, Nevis, as far as you can see now, it is pitch black.
How's it pitch black? He's still. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I dropped produce flame.
Yeah, because you used it to attack. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the light source that Vendi was providing is currently gone. And it actually is your turn.
Whose turn is it? Did you say?
Nevis.
Would I be able to head in the direction that I heard Vendi run past me in?
Yeah, you can
me,
keep.
But...
So you knew where you were and like what the surroundings were. You will be able to keep moving in that direction. I'll say that it because you can't see where you're going. It'll be considered difficult terrain, so it'll be half move speed.
All right, and would I also be able to take advantage of the fact that allies do not cause impeded movement?
Yeah, you can move through allies without. Yeah.
Okay, so 10 and 15. So
Okay.
I'll just move there and blindly just move there.
Okay. Xanalor, it's going to be your turn.
Okay, I will Eldritch Blast this one.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Yep.
And where are you, D10? 14 force damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run.
All right. That did look like it blast away an appreciable amount of the insects. All right, Stock, you're up.
Alrighty. Would it be possible to use my action to light a torch, seeing as it went dark?
Yes.
Okay, then I shall do said activity.
Okay.
To help out other people.
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes sense. And I forget the range on those. Was
I got you.
30 and 30?
Nope.
That's what,
I
15 and... Okay.
I'm doing it.
We'll do it. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right on the edge there. Perfect. I'm done.
Okie dokie. Vershad, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to reproduce flame so that Nevis can see. It's an action in order to change that, so I can't really do that. So instead, I'm just going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I need to scroll over to see where else I can move. You know what? I'll hold just there. And
Okay.
I need to bring that down to 7 because I forgot to do that my last turn.
Alrighty. Nevis, you're up. Lots of light in the area now.
All right, now that I can see, thanks to my assistants, I'm just going to continue to keep running.
Okay. Are you using your action to dash this time?
Well, let me see, because I'm kind of zoomed in, so I wasn't sure where I was. That's 30 right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to use dash and continue to go a little further, but not too far away from the rest of the parties in case I need to jump back in and help someone.
Okay.
So, and 20 more. And I'll stop right there.
Okay. All right. Xanilor.
Eldritch Blast this guy.
Okay.
15.
Yep.
13 force damage.
All right. Stock.
And then 5, 10,
Oh,
20, 25, 30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And let's see how close they are. That's the important thing. Because why not? Because I have a thing that does stuff. I'm going to shoot a crossbow bolt at him.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay.
You should use that more often.
I know.
Fucking hell, good aim.
So that is a D8 plus 3. So 9 piercing damage. Reload is a bonus action.
All right. So you see it slow down like in Skyrim, right? You see that you fire the crossbow bolt, and it's like you see it fly through, and it smacks. It goes through a spider, just like
Just one.
in its head, out the spinnerets. And while it was a fantastic shot, it still does not do the amount of damage to the swarming group of insects that you would think it would. Rashad.
All right. Well, once again, that moves the map, not me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to use my action to imbue Hagrid with the fire energy I created by hurting myself. So, Hagrid, what this means here is the next melee attack that you make with your currently equipped melee weapon, you get to add 1d6 fire damage to it.
Who's Hagrid?
Or
Yeah.
Neves. I'm so used to Swagrid.
All right. Nevis, you're up.
All right, at this part of the group right here, I would like to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So a dex save, DC 15.
Yes. All right. Even with sort of the advantage of them being in, completely obscured from you by being in the darkness, they still failed to save.
It is 3.
In the dryer.
Okay.
3 radiant damage.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Yeah, regular movement to continue to get out of there. Where did I go?
Behind
Sorry.
stock.
Okay. Good right there.
All right. That's why I like moving with arrow keys, because you just keep clicking. There you are. All right. So the bugs are up, but they have lost sight of you through any and all of their senses. So they stop right there. Like, you guys, those of you with dark vision, see that they've stopped moving. Nevis, you can't see them anymore at all, but you hear them, like, making disgusting insect noises behind you. and but it sounds like you guys are getting away from it faster than it's getting towards you. Xanalor, you're up.
Just going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
All right.
The undead and skeletons can't get us out of this cavern. Bugs do.
Stock.
Guys are wusses.
All right.
Bugs are creepy.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'll stop right there just to
I
give
was gonna ask, when I learn Mage Hand, it's just gonna be a giant appendage.
All right, Vendi, you're up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Nevis.
I just wanted to say to Mike's comment that if anything we've learned from TOA, that I'd rather fight 2 zombie T-Rexes than not have bug repellent.
That is true. Thank God he's not giving us infectious diseases.
All right, so dash out of here. $60.
Alrighty. Is everybody at the ladder already? I can't.
Virtually.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay.
Close enough.
All right. So you guys exit the underground again.
I don't want to say it, but that may have been a mistake.
So don't say it.
All right. Fight a dragon then. That sounds much more promising.
Steal from a dragon who isn't there.
Hopefully.
Allegedly.
Hey, at least one of us has a cloak to make him disappear now.
I pull my hood up. Am I gone?
Does he disappear?
He looks quiet.
Well, then it's not him.
Well, seeing as we are 8 minutes from the end time, do we just want to stop there for the week and progress next, or what? Since I still have to get off and get cleaned up from work. I'm still in work clothes. If we want to continue for the 8 minutes, I am down for that. But
Yeah, that's up to you guys. And if there's anything you wanted to do in the town pertaining to this dragon quest, anything like that, we can get started on that or point you in the right direction.
Yeah, I want to finally remember to go somewhere and buy torches. Because I realized stupidly I have been remiss in that action.
Okay. I will look that up, the cost of that for next week, as well as making sure I get an inventory for Aldine, so you guys can spend some of your hard-earned gold. Now, I will say this though, so because of the lack of master enchanters in this world, the availability of those high-end enchanted items that cost so much money is going to be much less. So 1, maybe 2 things will come about every once in a while, right? Something that Aldine has come across in his, with the travels of his conscriptors. But for the most part, you guys will probably need to find someone to do that stuff. Like I said, you guys already know quite a bit about, what you may need to do for that.
Tinker Top. I just figured that with the level it would fall under Xanthar's, I may have had a shot at the college. And then he was useless. All right. Calling it there then, I guess.
By the way, you guys level up to level 5.
We did a
Ooh.
thing.